we go. Good luck, guys.
We're good. We're alive. Hello.
We're live.
Hello.
Hello. Hello, guys. So welcome to This Show is a Mimic, wonderful channel. And welcome to Bioshock D&D, Lighthouse and Cities of Death. We are here on our first episode. Oh boy, we gotta get the jitters out. Okay. Sorry. Alright, so my name's Britt. I go by @gingerly.bernisla on TikTok, Twitter, Dubsmash if TikTok crashes or something, I don't know. Dubsmash, who's she? We don't know her. And I am one of the Dungeon Masters here. And yeah, we'll go ahead, introduce ourselves, go forward with announcements and all that fun stuff. But yeah, that's me. And yeah, I'm pointing the wrong way.
It'll be the other way.
I'm Ray. I'm a small warlock on TikTok. Yeah, that's me. I'll be co-DMing this with Britt here. Yeah, I'm excited for this. I don't really have anything else.
Yeah.
And then we'll just go, I guess, across. Yeah.
So, hello. I am Mr. V. I am the Adventures of Mr. V on TikTok, and excited to be here and play this game with y'all.
Who do you play?
I play Board, the butler.
Perfect.
He's a warford.
My name, as you may or may not be aware if you're regulars to the show, is Bertie the Bard.
Not DMing for once.
I'm not dungeon mastering today. I'm giving up control. I'm playing Elias Munfrey, the very arsehole-ish inventor and native of Columbia. And yes, he's a lot of fun to play, and I'll introduce you to my mechanical companion.
Hi, I'm Aaron, Obsidian Olive pretty much everywhere. I'm also a regular to our Saturday campaign, but instead of my normal character on our Bioshock campaign, I will be playing the mechanical companion, Etch, servant to Mr. Elias Munfrey. I am another little warforged that we've got going on in our party.
Alright, then we'll take it down to Ben.
To me?
Okay,
so we're going like this. Doing a
Oh,
snake.
sorry.
Oh, Ben? Okay, never mind.
It's fine, we've said Ben now. It's fine.
Alright, it's me. Hello. Hi, I'm Bender's D&D, also known as Ben, also known as other things, probably. Tim in some places, for some reason. I am playing a Warforged who is a prototype protector who conveniently is named Protector. And that's me. I'm Bender's D&D on all the things. Once again, a regular to our other show, which is on Saturdays. And yeah, that's me.
Offbeat.
Michael.
Hello,
Oh, you're
homies.
on.
Yo, boys, I'm setting up a bunch of stuff so I can watch chat. I am Offbeat Outlaw. You can find me on TikTok under the name Offbeat Outlaw. You can find me on YouTube if TikTok goes kaboom boom as Offbeat Outlaw. I am playing Big Daddy, or Warforged reskinned as a Big Daddy named Iota. And oh boy, he's got them fists because he's a monk. You ready to catch some hands?
Finally.
All right. I am Lucas. Lucas is stressed on TikTok. Also on Dubsmash, but I've only posted once. I'm
IRL.
really stressed. Yeah, you can find me Lucas is stressed on TikTok, Dubsmash. That's pretty much it. I'm not a huge social media person. Keep an eye out on twitch.tv/thedndmom if you want to watch me play in the future, because I am currently part of a Willy Wonka series that is actually DM'd by our wonderful DM down here. Britt is DMing well, I guess I'm looking down at the other DM when I do that, but anyway,
I am
kind
Case
of
in point,
ironic.
follow twitch.tv/thedndmom if you want to see that. It's a lot of fun. Over there, I play a very different character to this one. This character is named Eternus, and they are a Warforged that, basically that two-word tag is going to describe them pretty well. Amnesic automaton. You want to learn more, you'll just have to wait and see.
Heck yeah. It's hilarious just realizing it just now from what Lucas just said. It is kind of weird and ironic that we are looking down on our DMs at the bottom of the screen. they will be looking down on us.
Take it up with Discord.
I know.
A couple of quick announcements channel-wise. This is now going to be a weekly stream that we'll be doing same time every week, unless we have something come up and a player can't make it or something like that. This is definitely not replacing our Saturday campaign. Sorodin will be continuing every Saturday, same time as it's. We have it on our offline screen now, so whenever the stream's offline, if you're wondering when the stream is going to be, both streams have the times all on there, so you can find it on there. Another quick thing, we just passed 200 followers. How
Holy
cool is that?
shoot!
You guys
Hey, yeah.
Holy
So
heck in a handbasket!
crazy.
That's so many
Thank
people.
you so much.
That's
That's
so many.
nuts. It's so many people.
That's
all
like
the
more than
people.
10.
Hello to like.
I don't
That's
even
that
have
is
Are you
more
sure?
than 10.
I don't know
That's
that
a big
many
number.
There are like 30 people watching right now. Hello, new campaign. What's up?
Oh my gosh!
what?
Hello.
Hello.
My goodness.
But yeah, if you're new and you've come in from announcements thinking, "Oh, Bioshock, that sounds cool." Yeah, we do a campaign on Saturdays as well. The Sorodin campaign. Birdie DMs that. Come watch us on Saturdays. A little earlier than this stream, but I think that's it for announcements. Is there anything I missed, Birdie? Any other?
We will be playing.
I myself do have something.
Okay. Ray, go ahead.
It has to do with campaign. You go first. It's
Okay.
a personal thing. You go first. This not
Okay.
with the show.
Yeah. Just a word of warning, people. We are doing this game on Discord, which has had some problems earlier today, as you're probably aware. So if we go down, bear with us. We will be back. We'll just have to deal with stuff and set up Zoom rooms and stuff, and it'll be a short break at best. I think that's
Because
everything.
technology is awful.
Yeah.
We love technology. Woo!
Oh,
We
if
say
you,
as we have an entire party of Warforged.
you would
1 AMP could wipe us out.
because we have so many people in chat. There's a good chance some people are new here. The stream that will be going on tomorrow is a one-shot set in the world of Sorodin. It is completely canon to the world, and it's a great place to get started if you're new to the stream. So that'll be 1 week of one-shot, and then we'll be back with the main campaign the following week, and all of our VODs are either on Twitch or on YouTube, so you can get caught up in the meantime.
Same as on here. It is. This show is Mimic on YouTube. And on TikTok as well, if you want to follow us on there.
And I think that's everything. So Ray, feel free to take it away.
First thing I'm going to say is that while this is a Bioshock campaign, we don't have the rights to Bioshock or anything like that. So this is a completely
It's
non-canon thing. It's just set in the Bioshock universe, just for funsies. Second thing,
heavily inspired by, shall we say.
that's it.
Correct.
Second thing, I do have my own Discord server that is a massive Westmarch Dungeons and Dragons server. If you guys are interested in joining that, it is set in the magnificent city of Ravnica. You're welcome to join. It's open for all. We're looking for GMs and players. You can find the link in my TikTok account, on my TikTok bio. So, that's all I had.
Raymond is also being way too humble because he is also DMing a campaign that I'm in. It's called Sinrin. It's on his Discord. So if
Different
you
Discord.
want to... Different Discord, not the Ravnica Discord, but yeah, he's DMing another campaign, completely homebrew world. Come see it. I play an artificer in it. I have a pet Vegapygmy. He is adorable. And we are going to take over the world. We're basically Pinky in the Brain. It's cute. So yeah,
Nice.
come see that.
For that one, I am working on figuring out Twitch, but right now I'm more comfortable with Discord, so it's on Discord for now. But it will go to Twitch eventually.
Awesome.
Heck
Yep.
yeah.
If that's everything.
All right. So yeah, we got everything out of the way.
I believe that's it for
Birdie, do I
announcements.
have permission
You have the
to
floor,
take over
sir.
your channel from here?
Absolutely.
Oh no,
Only
a
on
terrible
Fridays.
decision.
It's like a timeshare.
Regret.
You got the kids on Friday.
It's custody.
Yeah, you got the kids on Friday.
Oh,
You guys are gonna
Rough.
tear this
Okay.
family
No.
apart.
Well, happy to be here. All right. Well, kids, here we are in the wonderful, well, we're in neither city of Columbia or Rapture. But for those of you who are familiar with Bioshock, we will be entering the realms of Columbia, Rapture, and the Lighthouse. And maybe a few other places if our party gets a little bit too lost.
Ooh.
We are starting out at the Lighthouse, which is neutral ground. In this timeline, we'll say, of, I was about to say Ravnica. In this timeline of Bioshock, we homebrewed a couple of things and put it into the Forgotten Realms. So, the lighthouse sits in the middle of a great vast ocean. This lighthouse is the way of transportation to each of the elemental planes. There's a city in the elemental plane of air called Columbia. Beautiful, gorgeous, grand city. Think 1912s, or 1910s or so. That sort of Victorian era. Definitely the same vibe of Bioshock Columbia, Bioshock Infinite. And then in the plane of water, similar to Forgotten Realms' City of Glass, we have Rapture. Descended into the ocean about 80 or so years after the ascension of Columbia. The timeline on this timeline, the way that time is configured in this timeline, you kiddos might want to take note of this. So,
We gotta take notes.
Rapture, not Rapture.
Ah.
There will be a
I mean,
test.
if you want.
There'll be a test.
There
at
will
the
be a
end.
test.
Oh,
Would've been
no.
It's
There's a
life or
There's a
death.
test at the end of every session.
I'm bad at
Yeah.
So
It's,
what
So-
did
it's
you
the
learn?
Columbia citizenship test.
I don't want to be a citizen.
Oh no!
I hate that. Okay, so the two different points in time are marked by the initials BLC and LC. So like BC, AD sort of thing. BLC stands for Before Lighthouse Convergence. And LC stands for Lighthouse Convergence.
LC was the
82
second one.
LC is Lighthouse Convergence.
Yeah, that's where we are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, back in 82 BLC, that was when Columbia first ascended. Excuse me. And then at 0 BLC, that was when Rapture descended. And that was when the Lighthouse converged all of the planes together for interplanar travel. We are now in the year 64 LC. So the Lighthouse has been converged with all of the planes for about half of or a little more than half of a century. However, the trade relationship between Rapture and Columbia has been rather quiet, albeit non-existent. However, there are plenty of rumors spread from one city to the other city. Columbians see Rapture as the Sodom below, which is canon to the game. Anything that is below the city of Columbia is less than. Anything that is, especially in the city of Rapture, that deals with mechanical anything. And the fact that they're so obsessed with it is just disgusting, abhorrent. Nothing that the Grand Prophet would approve of. Andrew Ryan over here making faces at me, it's fine.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you want to express your opinions about Columbia?
Bunch of pompous pricks. That's all I got.
Put him in jail.
Put him in jail!
Put him.
What can I say?
Yeah, Rapture thinks that Columbia is kind of set back in their ways. By the way, I should put out this disclaimer for anyone who is concerned. Sorry to interrupt the milieu. In this realm of Columbia, especially, there is no vox populi. We will not be touching that very sensitive topic because this is not a place to discuss that.
No.
Yeah, because we want to be sensitive. We want to be educational, but not at the expense of other people.
We want to have fun, and we don't want it to be a thing. There are some, touchy subjects that are just like, this is why this is a homebrew heavily inspired by, because we're like, we don't need stuff like that. Let's not include that.
However, there is something called the Vox Machina.
Yeah.
I'm so happy this was made canon.
Senpai!
So, we're gonna
Matt,
get
please don't kill us.
I'm waiting for the Mighty Nine to just show up somewhere in Columbia.
If someone,
Show up
if
with
they
a
have
cease and
connections to
desist.
Matt Mercer,
Brittany, I have an idea.
We know someone
yeah.
who does.
My bad.
Oh no.
Level 20 bar.
Level 20 bard.
Moving on.
Where you at?
Moving on.
moving on. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it. I'm not spastic at all. So the Vox Machina in Columbia, it's pretty much the same gist of the Vox Populi. In Columbia, mechanical folk are created, warforged. Columbian biological folk believe that mechanical folk are one step beneath biological folk. They are to be of a service to the biological folk. So the topic will be touched upon, but not to the extent of the Vox Populi. Vox Machina is more so a group of activists. So when I say that Rapture sees Columbia as sort of stuck in their ways, they look up Columbia and be like, why are you putting down your mechanical folk instead of experimenting with them and using them and making them better? Which, we have our own ethical standards, but that's fine.
Disrespect.
Oh no, oh okay. Thought we lost V for a second there. But yes, so with all of that background out of the way, our adventurers have arrived 64 LC at the Lighthouse. Our adventurers have been called together for the first conference of its kind, a transcontinental conference between Rapture and Columbia. They've been called for their own different purposes. None of them have really seen each other other than a creator and his robot.
It was hard to miss me.
Hard to miss you, yes.
Hard to miss me as I was falling through the sky.
We had a mini session half where everyone was getting out from their respective cities and into the lighthouse. Ben, Protector, he just woke up.
Posted that as a lifeless corpse. I spent most of the session just doing this.
It was great. It was fantastic.
I love it.
Exactly.
Honestly deserves an Oscar. Truly.
His performance as Protector, I felt that. When he played that unconscious body, we all felt that.
We
brought us to tears.
We all want to be in that state where we're just a lifeless corpse flying through the air.
Mood.
Made this joke 20 minutes ago and Ray told me off for this, and now he is making the same joke. Love it.
I made an out of context
Everyone's
channel.
aiming to be
Someone
Chubby
put that in
Shade.
there.
Can we get that on a t-shirt, please?
Oh no.
That's our first Shazam merch.
Right, so, where we all left off was, Protector being very frazzled because the person that he has been programmed to protect is gone. We have Elias and Etch just sort of here like, look, we're just here. We just to get in, get out. That's all we want to do. And then we have Board, who's here for his own reasons. We have Eternus, who was prompted to be here. Iota and his child. His little sister.
Mr. Balls.
Bring your daughter to work day.
I'm working on my little sister voice, by the way, and it is creepy. Oh boy, get
no.
ready.
No. Oh no.
We're
Get
ready to,
ready.
on our way to freak out the rest of the party.
Here we go.
I cannot wait.
So, with all of that, you guys have entered the main hall of the lighthouse, which makes no sense because it's a lighthouse. There is no reason for this place to be this, like, intricate on the inside and this large on the inside. Those are our boys, by the way. Look at our boys.
Yeah.
Look at our
Simply
boys.
Beautiful.
Our boys.
Is that pretty?
Hero Forge
Very
sponsor
happy.
us.
Yes, please.
Oh,
Yeah.
heck yeah.
Yes, please. Question mark.
Yes, please. Absolutely. But you walk into the main hall. You've been mingling a little bit, trying to calm Protector down. You Rapturian folk, you're here, sort of mingling. I would like everyone to make a perception check for me, please.
Oh, damn.
Huh.
Wait,
roll.
you need dice for this?
We were rolling.
Do we need dice for this?
Lucas, I just mentioned how we were all supposed to pull out our dice like 20 minutes ago.
13.
13.
It was a joke.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh. This is.
and double 13.
That's gonna be 5 minus 1, so a 4.
57.
One, so
Dear
4. That's
God.
a great way to start.
2020.
I failed.
Just,
I
We
failed.
don't need
Dice
to know
is
the number. I failed.
Right.
sorry,
Lucas, was it
Bert, what
lower
did
than
you
my
get?
4?
No, it was actually the exact same as your 4.
Excellent.
I got a-
Good.
It's me.
I got a dirty 20.
Protector did not do well. My boy is not very
Excellent.
perceptive right now. He got a
Great.
9 plus. Nothing, I think.
A 9 plus a
I
nothing.
believe that's a 9.
9 plus nothing.
Nothing.
So,
Wait, perception.
yes.
Plus 4, never mind.
That's very
Glad I
different.
What
saw
were you
that.
looking at?
That's 13.
That's a 13.
How many 13s?
Excellent. 3 13s, by the way. So,
Heck yeah.
I have 2 4s, 3 13s out of 20. Cute.
Beautiful.
So, Eternus and Edge, you're just happy to be. Well, Edge, you're just happy to be here. You're just kind of vibing. You see a lot of Colombians. You see some kind of strange dressed-looking folk. Like they don't have tailcoats or anything. No top hats. It's kind of weird. Some of their faces, a lot of their faces are clean shaven, which makes no freaking sense. Eternus, you also look around, and you're not exactly sure what it is that you're supposed to be looking for here. You're still kind of uncertain on why, like, your exact mission here. Board. Sorry, I wrote down initials, and that was my bad. So I'm just gonna go V, Michael, and Ben.
Hello.
You all look around, and you see mostly humans, mostly biological folk. You do see 4 robots, 4 robotic technological folk, but they're not moving. They're sort of standing, kind of like knights, like just standing upright in position. And you see a lot of humans sort of mingling around them and like inspecting them with a closer eye. Some of them with like opera binoculars and like monocles, that sort of thing. Just inspecting them.
Do they look similar to me in any way?
Kind of. Like
Kind of.
upgraded versions of you.
Yeah, I was gonna ask the same in the same vein. Like,
The whole stream's gone.
Oh dear,
No,
the
it's
stream is
there.
gone.
it's still there.
It's still live.
We're doing great.
We are strong.
Yes.
We are strong.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Brady, you're muted.
Yep. Sorry.
Welcome back from commercial break.
Didn't expect to take a break.
Plays,
that early.
Thank you
people.
so much for watching.
Plays.
Just kidding.
Thank you so much for watching those messages from our sponsors. We wouldn't be here without them.
We're back,
We are
it's fine.
sponsored- We're sponsored by GameCube.
Nos.
Coca-Cola.
Stewart Soda.
Guys, if we ever get sponsored by Diet Dr. Pepper, I will sell my soul and whore my body for that. Is all I'm saying.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
We're
Diet
also,
Dr.
we're also
Pepper
sponsored by
is for me.
Shopee.
Hey, you know it's
Anyway.
like $4 in a grocery store, right?
Do I see anybody amongst the crowd that has recognizable insignia to myself? Particularly
Okay.
looking for some sort of fist. You
So
know.
I'm gonna come back to you, Michael, but getting back to Dante. You do look around and you see two versions of something similar to yourself. You see
Right.
two
I
bots.
So I wasn't
Yeah.
sure if that was me or Dante.
Yeah,
So
Dante.
I did ask
Yeah.
the same question.
Yeah. Ben, you see one similar to you.
And it looks strong. And it looks stronger than me.
Yes.
Is that
Chomp here.
Is that me, but stronger? Oh, fucking
kill
kill
me!
me! Had to make that reference. I did.
Gotcha. Board, you look and you see two similar to you. One's dressed very femininely and shaped very femininely. The other is dressed very masculinely, similar to you.
Cool.
Iota, you're gonna look around. You do see like a couple of people who look like they're from Rapture, but other than that, you don't see any marks or anything like that. Unless you want to make a perception check again with that.
I'll make another one. Just extra careful. Does a 16 do it this time?
16?
Mm-hmm.
You do look around, and eventually, you do come across, once I can pull up the name, you come across a woman who looks to be kind of distraught. Not distraught, but like strung out. Like she just looks exhausted, bags under her eyes, her blonde hair is just sort of frazzled. She looks kind of put together clothing-wise, but she's no one of renown. But you do see a brooch on her blouse, and it does have that insignia on it.
Well, in that case, I'm gonna slap my thighs. I'm gonna pick up my daughter, put her on my shoulder, and I'm just gonna walk towards this person, like a beeline for this person.
Mr. Bubble?
What was that? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
Are we going to see from home, Mr. Bubble?
We're going to be seeing people of importance. Yes.
And
Are we going to make them angels?
No,
Oh.
not now. But still,
This is why we don't like
I need an
Rapture.
adult.
Yes.
Mom, come get me, I'm scared.
Mom, come pick me up. I'm scared.
we will
Sorry.
stay an angel for now.
For now.
She's satisfied with that answer. She'll sort of keep her Eve needle close to her and hidden. All right, so you
don't
approach
like
this
it.
woman. She's sitting sort of like her foot is anxiously tapping on the ground. She's gonna look up to you. She's gonna look up to you, and she's just gonna sort of spook. Like she's a little bit startled. Are you? Can I help you?
Are you with the Iron Fist?
I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. I should have. And she's like gonna sort of try to hide that.
I'm gonna like bend down to get more on her level and say,
You're not in trouble. I've come here to be a sort of protection for those of our ilk. I'm friendly.
They sent you. Oh, I've heard very much about you. Yes, this is very good. This is very good. You see, I'm trying to get some stuff out of here. They seem to have some really good stuff here, but we'll see what I can come up with. But yeah, I appreciate you being here for sure. Thank you.
I give her like a quick salute, and then I'm gonna go back and find our boy Eternus.
He has not moved from the spot that you were standing by when you walked away. He's literally just standing in the exact same spot.
I walk up to you and I go,
Do you have business to attend to here?
Just observing. Which is what I did.
Good.
Did I catch any of that stuff happening? Like the Iron Fist and everything?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Not great. What's my modifier? Also not great. How's a 9 hit you?
You saw him walk over, you saw her kind of be a little bit scared, and then eventually her shoulders relaxed, and you saw the salute.
Do you know that lady? Are you friends?
We're acquaintances.
Acquaintance. Good. And Eternus, like, Eternus will then just kind of like put his head on a swivel and start watching the room. What is your business here?
Protection.
Protection. Of that lady?
Potentially.
Of the little one?
Yes.
Of me?
She's gonna...
Conditional.
I understand. Is it just the two of us in the room right now? Like, other than obviously the lady and then the fair amount of other people here, like party members wise?
Party member, everyone is here. Everyone has gotten into the room.
Okay. Okay.
Swiveling
Are there
over,
any other Warforged, or sorry, metallic, or like automatons in the room?
people like you.
Yes.
Yeah, because there's different flavors of Warforged in this campaign.
Yes. Yes.
There's no one here like you. The
Okay.
closest thing that you can see to the automatons are the two bots closer to the front of the room. One of them is dressed very femininely in like a maid's outfit. The other one has like a very prim black tailcoat, white bow tie, like just very prim and proper. So those are the closest things to automatons you can see.
Okay.
Would there also be me that you would see as someone familiar? Just as a note?
That is true. That is true. You do see 3 of those folk. 2 of them are masculine. 1 of them is feminine. 2 of them at the front are not moving. The third one, however, that just came in, he is moving around and milling about with a couple of Colombians.
I'm sorry. I couldn't quite hear V. What? There's 3 what?
So there's 3 automatons.
Okay.
So,
got it. Okay.
Yeah,
he is one of them.
because Board looks like the ones up front.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, as you guys all come in, you guys are milling about for a little bit, and then the great mahogany doors behind you shut behind you. As soon as they shut, everyone stops milling about the robots and stops getting like beverages from either side of the room, and they start milling to their seats. Basically, there's an aisle and then 2 sections of seats, and you guys do see 2 rows of seats roped off. And you look, and you see all of your names. 1 row for the Rapturians, 1 row for the Columbians. Columbians are behind the Rapturians.
Okay.
It's clearly been some kind of mistake here.
Just out of curiosity, is there a name for Protector?
Yeah, I was about to ask that.
It's called the trash can. Oh.
Wow.
Could it be a nursery?
Maybe a
Got it.
There is not one for the Protector, but you do
okay.
find an empty chair.
So I'm gonna do a couple of things. I'm gonna first of all, kind of hearing this conversation between Iota and Eternus, I'm gonna kind of turn to Iota and say, I understand your need for protecting and your I understand how that is. My job is to protect Lady Comstock of Columbia.
Interesting.
So I understand. I understand the deal of protecting. I am a protector myself.
And can you make a perception check for me super quick?
Oh god, I saw your face as soon as I said that, and I was like, oh, I messed up. I messed up saying that. Like,
You done goofed. You done goofed.
I wouldn't know.
Edge,
It's fine.
fetch me a drink.
TPK, done.
Where would I go in
Perception,
this
that
current
is an
location to
unnatural
find you a
20,
drink?
16 plus 4.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20, yes. Dirty 20.
As
16
soon
plus
as
4.
as soon as you say Lady Comstock, you see a couple of people in front of you, like, shift a little bit uncomfortably, and you catch a glimpse of a man with, like, slick, jet black hair, somewhat curling out of a bowler hat. And he turns around, he gives you an eye, like, over his shoulder,
Mm-hmm.
kind of cocks his head, and then turns back to the front, where an elderly man is beginning to go up to the podium. Looks like he's about to speak. Do you have any last few things?
Yeah, no, he's gonna walk over to where everyone else is going, seeing that he's a little confused because since waking up, he's with this group, but they've been somewhat hostile to him so far, so he's unsure if he's supposed to be with them or kind of really how he got here or why he's supposed to be here. But his guess is like, oh, I've been sent. You know, I must be here on behalf of Lady Comstock. My memory must be messing up. So he goes over very proudly and walks over to where all these names are and sees everyone's like taking their seats. And he walks over and sees that there isn't a seat with his name on it. And he's a little offended. Kind of looks around and just like, there is not a seat with my name on it. However, why is there not a...
Does Lucy have a seat for herself, or no?
Nope.
Okay.
She doesn't.
I'm gonna put her on my shoulders and block the person behind me intentionally.
Pardon me, sir. I believe you are not meant to obstruct my view.
I'm gonna ignore whoever said that to me.
Elias, this man is obstructing my view with this smaller human child.
Stand up.
The girl is gonna turn around to you. Actually, what is she gonna do?
Oh no.
Yeah. The girl is gonna turn around to you. The look on her face, her skin is like a sickly green color. Some dried mucus, like in her eyes, a little bit of down her mouth. You can see her veins in her neck, in her arms.
I'm gonna be sick.
Her eyes
are
basically glowing a sick yellow. Like just pupilless yellow.
Sick.
Elias, I do not believe this human child to be healthy.
I do not believe so either. If that
She's
thing...
healthier than
Very
you.
healthy. Would you like to be healthy? Mr. Bubbles and I can make you healthy. Right,
I
Mr.
believe
Bubbles?
I am already functioning at 100% efficiency, though if you might upgrade me, that might be something we can discuss.
Etch, I want you between me and that little girl as often as possible. I don't want anything between us, apart from you.
You are
It's
to my
so
left. I may
creepy.
already.
It's so creepy.
I am already positioned between the two of you, Elias.
Good.
I
don't understand.
I decide to pick Lucy off of my shoulders, and I turn around, and I say, I with like my arm over my shoulder, and I turn to Elias, and I say,
Is that your creation?
Yes, Etch is a creation of my devising.
He's very stupid.
He is only a week old, but I will admit he is very stupid.
and then I'm gonna turn back, and I'm gonna place Lucy on my knee.
Oh no. And Dex is just gonna find a spare seat and kind of just like sit down awkwardly with everyone else.
Etch, take down some notes of that gentleman in front of us. Just whatever you notice.
I have already committed him to memory.
Good.
Would you like us to assault him as with the last one?
No, this unit is obviously supposed to be here. The one that accompanied us, not so sure about. And in answer to your, turn back to Protector, and with answer to your question, the reason you don't have a chair is because cargo normally don't get seated with the rest of the guests.
I don't understand. I am not cargo. I am a protector unit.
Yes, you
Of
were
Lady
a defunct
Comstock.
Protector unit. Why you're awake is absolutely befuddling to me.
Well, I am quite unsure myself. I believe I have had a memory malfunction. However, I believe I must be here on behalf of Lady Comstock.
As I told you earlier, Lady Comstock is in fact no longer with us. Britt, did you say that there were other Protector units here?
We are saying so many things I should not be saying right now.
Give the DM time for catch up, everyone.
We're dead. Okay, so here's what's gonna happen.
Everyone dies.
Everyone's dead.
A perfectly 25 by 25 boulder falls and crushes all 5 of us, and that's it.
It's like
Six of us.
heat levels. There's enemies waiting outside, and every time we say the words Lady Comstock, it goes up 1 star, like GTA style.
Are you talking about Lady Comstock?
Lady Comstock.
Lady Comstock.
Lady Comstock, Lady Comstock, Lady Comstock.
Say it 3 times in a mirror and she appears.
Protector finds the nearest
Screaming
mirror he can and
banshee.
says it 3 times.
Okay.
Would you
so,
kindly stop mentioning Lady
Okay,
Comstock?
okay. Bring it back.
Lucy,
Oh my god.
the child, when way back when Etch said, "Would you like me to assault her?" She kind of turns around and just goes. That's all she does. I don't know, but you had your conversation, so that continued to happen. As you said, Lady Comstock, once again, that same guy turns around, gives you a little, the fuck eyebrow. And with that, you all hear a microphone being tapped, some feedback, and you look up and you see an old man that Raymond would like to describe to the audience now.
So this man, he has rather short cut, white hair. He's clearly elderly. Not like retirement home elderly, but like getting to that point. He's got a very nice, well-trimmed wraparound beard. I forget the proper term for that, but it's also white. He's got piercing brown eyes. And his attire is quite strange. It's a rather, it's almost completely white. Although it's like a completely white suit, like white jacket, white tie, white shirt, white pants, everything. It's shocking to look at. So he taps on the microphone and says, if we are ready to get started, I would like to do so. He waits as everyone begins to quiet down and begin to tune in and listen. Welcome to the first transcontinental technocratic trade negotiations between the grand city of Columbia and the seafarers of Rapture. We thank all present parties for meeting here on neutral ground to present their projects to us as we all work together to make both our cities bigger and better. We are here to discuss potential trade routes as we as well as pioneer new philosophies that we can learn from our sister cities. This conference is to be a reflection of the newfound union between these two nations, civilized and proper. While all are welcome to speak and contribute their thoughts to this conference, we are delighted to be accompanied by Orville Tyrell and Susan Cole, the representatives of Columbia and Rapture respectively. They will be manning the topics of debate while I shall mediate. There is wine and fineries provided by Columbia to either side of the room should you wish it. Now, any who wish to open conversation, now would be the time to do so. And he kind of takes a small step back out of the light, but not too far out.
Etch, you heard him. Wine. Fetch.
Etch immediately, without like much care for the people around him, stands up very quickly and takes very heavy steps towards the wine, grabs a singular wine glass and a plate of like cheese and crackers and walks it back, and then slowly stands next to him using his hands as a platter, blocking whoever he's in front of.
Thank you, Etch. You're a gem.
Will you be requiring more refreshments, Elias?
Perhaps in a short while. Very good.
May I take my seat again, Elias?
Yes, very well.
Thank you.
Etch, as you go to take your seat, you hear some, it sounds like someone's starting to snap in your direction.
He looks over at what the noise is.
You see a man, who, is rather well dressed, and, he's looking at you, and he kind of, he's not too far away, but he motions to the plate that you just gave Elias, and motions back and points to himself.
I apologize, sir. Do you not have the ability to speak?
Get me some refreshments as well.
I believe you've mistaken
I do not
Etch
understand.
Here. I believe you've mistaken Etch here for one of the serving robots. Etch is mine.
Fine. And he kind of stands up. He's not happy about being told that this serving bot will not serve him.
Sucks to be him.
Etch is going to look back at the scenario of like people just getting all their stuff ready before the conversation like actually begins, and you're gonna hear like a click in his neck, and then he's going to, in perfect cadence of bored, just go, "Let's get this road on the go."
Gotcha.
And he's gonna sit back down in his seat.
I'm gonna watch Etch and be like, and just think quietly to myself, "Stupid robot." And I'm gonna go and
that's
get.
not how the saying goes.
I'm gonna go and collect a nice plate, a plate for Lucy, of like cheese and crackers for her to munch on. And then I'm gonna sit back down in my seat and just keep a careful watch of that woman that I met earlier.
That woman is, she's still sitting in her seat. She's about maybe she's on the other section. She's in the other section, about maybe a few rows in front of you. And she keeps scratching her arm. Like, just sort of absent-mindedly sort of scratching her arm. Every so often she'll pull down her sleeve and just sort of sit there. And she'll move it back up and start doing that. Sorry, go ahead, Bert.
So, the official for Rapture was Sandra Cole, was it? Who? Cole?
Susan Cole.
Susan Cole.
Susan Cole.
So, Elias would like to eventually, once he's enjoyed his wine and crackers and cheese, he wants to go and find Susan Cole.
Okay. So as you all are milling about getting your refreshments, basically the way that this is all set up is there's the two, I guess if you're looking at my screen, there's two rows of seats here. Then there's the podium up here. and then you see like maybe 1 or 2, 3 chairs here with a couple of people sitting in them. The man who just spoke with the white hair, white suit, white everything, he goes and sits in a chair. And then you see 2 people here. And they're just sort of quietly talking amongst themselves. And when the man at the podium spoke, he gestured back to these 2 folk. So it looks like that would be Susan and Orville.
Yeah. So I'd like to go and just talk to Susan. Ideally out of possibly a shot of Protector.
Okay.
So it's going to...
So...
Just looking around everything, taking everything in still at the minute. He's kind of in that state where like he has just woken up and he's kind of trying to put the pieces together of like, okay, I remember what happened. I remember the explosion. And then I woke up here. Very strange. Who are these people? And I'm kind of going with the flow of what's happening right now. I'm not quite sure what happened. I must have had a memory malfunction. So he's like desperately trying to like remember what's happened in between those 2 events because he knows there must have been something.
Ms. Cole.
So you're gonna approach her, and immediately as you approach her and start speaking to her, both she and the other man look to you. The man is he looks irked that he's been interrupted with what he was saying.
I thought, were we not in like a... They're not giving speeches anymore, are they?
Not right now.
Yeah.
Not at the moment.
Yeah. If I might have a word with Miss Cole here.
Do you know this man?
I do not believe that I do. And
We
she kind of gives you a look up and down.
We haven't had the pleasure. I'm one of the representatives from Columbia.
Ah, that would be why.
Indeed. I was sent with a gift of good faith from the Lutece twins up in Columbia. It was a defunct Series 1 Protector unit.
Truly?
However, there seems to have been something of a mishap on the way down here. There was an accident. The journey was a little more bumpy than we were expecting, and it seems the Protector unit found a way to turn itself back on.
Glory to the Protector and to Columbia. Etch comes in with the, like, Aerosphere voice that had played on their way here.
Well...
So,
I can assure you there must be some sort of mistake. Rosalind would never allow such a priceless artifact to be seen in the hands of someone in the Sodom below.
oh, do you know Rosalind?
Are you sure? I am familiar with
Personal friends with
her
her?
work.
Worked with her, perhaps?
Can't say that I have, no.
Well then, you might want to keep to yourself, as I am a personal friend of Rosalind Lutece. I have worked with her, and I do know a little more about the situation than you, so thank you. Ms. Cole,
Yes.
what would you like to do about the situation?
She's smirking a little bit, that you shot down, Orville. Says, well, you appear to be suited for certain technological needs.
Oh, more than suited. You'll see my invention here, Etch, one of the first of his kind, a fully sentient automaton.
Truly. She kind of stands up, and she goes over, and she starts examining you, and you feel like it's a little uncomfortable. Like she's like starting to like grab your arm, pick it up, feel the movement.
Pardon me, would you like a full diagnostic workdown? It might be more efficient than you grabbing my limbs.
I prefer to analyze myself rather than hear it from. Rather than hear it.
Don't poke around too much in the back of his neck. There's a button there that makes him explode.
To clarify, Elias, we do not know that it causes an explosion.
We suspect that it will make him explode.
Surely you wouldn't be... Sorry, go ahead.
She was like, she had picked up his arm, and she just drops the arm. It's like, I would consider that a grave flaw.
Well, no, it's fully by design. You see, I wanted to experiment further than just creating a sentient automaton, so I combined him with the powers of vigors that we have up in Columbia. These vigors aren't really supposed to mix, so I have a button on the back of his neck that will allow them to mix, and the best we can assume is that when that happens, he will probably explode.
Stupid man.
My boy. And at this point, stupid robot. At this point, Orville sort of stands up. He's a very robust man. He's not too happy. Basically, think like President Taft, like just that gargantuan beard. Like he's the humanization of a walrus.
Brigham?
So as high as Elias's as high as Elias's intelligence is, his wisdom is not.
With all due respect, son, vigors are meant for biological advancement. It's meant for the divine progression of man and of the prophet.
That was the theory, but it seems that I've disproven it.
I believe what Elias exclaimed was that I can prove that God no longer exists.
No, I didn't. I exclaimed nothing of the sort, Etch. Nothing nearly of the sort.
Robot.
Etch, just stop talking for the rest of this conversation, thank you.
Okay, and he turns a dial on his throat, and he's essentially muted himself.
There are a few kinks to work out with Etch's vocal communication. The struggles with creating sentience is that you also give them the ability to lie out of their teeth.
If you don't mind me asking, what was your name again?
Elias Munfrey of Munfrey's Munitions.
Elias Munfrey. I don't know truly what it is that, just happened. But it does sound like you might have a fine place down in Rapture, should you consider it.
I don't do well with enclosed spaces.
Well, we have plenty of open
guarantee
spaces.
that if you continue to behave this way, Columbia will no longer be a welcome place for such blaspheme.
But
I
Rapture
mentioned no
will
blasphemy.
walk
I
away.
apologize on behalf of my very stupid mechanical machine here.
Stupid machinations come from stupid creators, boy. He's gonna walk away.
Spoken like someone
Iota's
who's never
gonna nod
invented
with
anything in their life.
respect.
Nice. Rude.
Talk.
He's walking towards the podium, by the way.
Susan kind of leans in and says, so, I will give you a piece of advice. You seem to have a very grand mind, and you clearly have created artificial intelligence. But you did just admit that you may have brought a bomb to a conference.
I wouldn't call him a bomb. He's a robot who has a self-destruct function. I'd call that common sense.
Call it what you will. Keep a little quieter about that, but the rest of your creation is quite magnificent. And there would be a wonderful place for you down in Rapture. I can think of at least 3. I do recommend that you speak to Dr. Mary Peterson. She's actually here, and she points over to a woman. This woman is dressed also formally. She's wearing a blue dress. She has blonde hair tied up in a bun, and she's wearing those half glasses. She says, to speak to her, I think that she might have potential positions for you. But of course, you seem quite devoted to the zealousness of Columbia. But there's a place for you in Rapture if you want it.
I'll have a conversation with her. Thank you. And if you do wish for the Protector Unit still, you can talk to him. Then he's gonna walk away. He's gonna go to talk to Dr. Mary, but we can go to someone else.
While this is happening, before Orville gets a chance to bluster his way up to the podium, what are the rest of y'all doing? You have about 10 minutes before the conference actually kicks up.
Eternus is going to approach Board. Do you also serve Elias?
I do not serve the family of the Mumfrey. I am of another family service.
But you do serve another?
I do indeed.
Are there any present who don't? You do not have to.
I am not sure what you mean. I am made to serve. And I am happy to serve.
What is made can be modified, if you so wish.
Potentially, if one wishes.
At that point, Eternus will continue to stand next to Board, but kind of won't really say anything anymore, and will just kind of monitor the room.
Do you serve?
I am here to observe.
Good. We should need that in the future. And then dead silence.
Just two robots chilling.
Yeah.
Two robots chilling in a conference room, 5 feet apart because they're not gay.
You two are just sort of standing and just observing. You do see two folk very finely dressed. Like, the woman has a plume in her hat, pink frilly dress, a little bit older, like 45 years old, and a man with whom he has her on his arm, in a similar like ascot, button down, what are they called? Spectator shoes, like very fancy. And these two come up. They have like glasses of champagne in their hands, and they come up to you two. And the woman runs ahead a little bit, and she goes up to you, Board, and she says, "Oh, Winston, look, there's another one! Oh, this is going to be grand."
Oh,
the back. The baddie's back. Okay.
What has happened
Oh
to the
dear.
baddie?
Thank you for coming back for having an ad break from our sponsors.
Our sponsors.
GameCube.
Oh my god.
Sorry.
Oh, boy.
I went to a Jolt Cola one this
Stream was
time.
fun.
It's all my fault today.
Okay.
I'm very sorry, everyone.
There it is. Okay.
You're okay, no worries. But yeah, this woman is gonna be coming up to you. "Oh, Winston, look, there's another one! Oh, I wonder what the difference is between this one and the other one. There's clearly must be some sort of difference. They wouldn't have replicates here. Oh, do you think that this would be better than the maid model?" And she's gonna look back to her husband.
There's nothing wrong with our maid models.
"Oh, you're active. Oh, splendid. Oh, let's ask him questions, Winston, shall we? Oh, yes, so, do you understand God's good English?"
Yes, I do.
"Wonderfully. It looks like this might be a little bit of a malfunctioning unit if it has to speak so slowly. Now, what is your preference of cleaning methods of windows? Do you prefer soap or do you prefer rags? And this is a very important question."
I'm just gonna look over to Eternus. I don't believe that you are a service bot as well.
That is correct.
Good.
Dear, I've never seen one like this. She's gonna point up and down to Eternus. What are these baubles all over his neck? Have you seen anything like this, dear?
So Winston, he has a bit of a bit of stubble coming down. He comes right up to Eternus, and he grabs the baubles on around your neck.
Yeah, his hand gets slapped.
Make an unarmed strike.
Eternus, it would not be wise to hit the humbled guests here.
Okay.
Keep doing it.
I did roll, unfortunately, my first good roll of the session. That's going to be after
His
my
arm is
negative strength
broken.
modifier, 17.
17 hits. Roll for damage.
Oh no!
Could I ask, is there a way for me to simply remove the hand from the bauble without like attacking?
You can remove
Non-lethal
the hand.
damage. Non-lethal damage.
Non-lethal. Non-lethal.
Non-lethal.
Isn't an unarmed strike just like your like strength modifier?
It is. So
Yeah.
technically, I just healed them a point.
They
Oh no,
feel
it's
good
1
now.
plus strength. It's 1 plus strength, so it
Uh.
would be 0 for me.
Cool. So, yeah, you smack his hand away. Winston now, like, his hand, like, is gonna bruise in the morning. Yeah, he. I forgot how
I'm just gonna immediately like put my hand like just across the chest and like just be like, apologies.
Georgia,
Excuse me.
dear, I don't believe that these would be the ones we want. They appear to be defective.
They appear to be hostile. I've never seen anything from Think Manufacturing come up with something like that. What?
Apologies
what
if we are not to your
kind of-
standard.
Those from Euphoria come at a very high standard, dear. You there, pointing to Eternus. You who have struck my husband. What manufacturing company has created you?
None you know.
That is the Bioshock equivalent, or can I speak to the manager?
This Karen need to get beat up. Is all I'm saying.
I turned to her.
And
So most of this time, Eternus was not looking at them. Eternus was still surveying the room, and the kind of knocking the hand out of the way was just kind of a passive thing. At this point, Eternus will turn and look her right in the eye, and say, "You have not seen one like me, because I was not made to be seen."
roll for intimidation, please.
I'm proficient! And that's a 19 plus a lot. Plus 5 is 24.
She's running away.
No, she's a lady. She is a gosh darn lady. What's gonna happen is you're gonna look right at her. She's gonna go pale white. Full hand to the head. Faints.
Oh dear,
She's
I believe
gone.
you've done this to that person.
I'm gonna roll to see if Winston catches her.
Yes, please do. Please
That's a-
catch me.
That's a 9.
Nope.
The effort
No.
was there. The execution was not.
Had him in the first half, not gonna lie.
Yeah, no. She goes to fall like a Miss Piggy fall, and just he tries to catch her, but ends up catching like her bustle instead, which is not how you hold a person.
Nope.
And then she just sort of drops to the ground.
He looks to Eternus. I don't know anything about you. And he kind of straightens his jacket before fully reaching down to grab his wife. But I do know that if I do find out, there will be much more than words being discussed.
Would you like
Like
to
serve
speak
it.
to my manufacturer?
That's my secret, Cap. I am the manufacturer.
Unless they are here, no.
I point to a random person in the crowd. That one.
Can you roll to see if it's me?
Yes!
That's what I'm rolling.
Can you roll
That's what
deception
I'm
as well?
Yeah. Oh, that's not a good roll.
I did get a good roll, so
8.
19.
Oh no.
And it lies.
Apologies, if
Georgia,
there's no
even
longer
though
need for our services, you are free to leave our company.
It does much more than lie.
My friend,
A service bot.
could you kindly stop?
I look at Board, consider it for a second, and go. Still pointing at the random person and go. I suppose. And I'll kind of fold my hands nicely in front of me and turn back to surveying the room.
This is top tier.
Yeah. At this point, a service bot has come over with a wet towel and dabbed it on Georgia's head. Eventually, she wakes up. Winston picks her up, and immediately as soon as she makes eye contact with Eternus, she goes, "Come, dear, let's go. We'll go look at the other bots. We don't need things like this." Like, she's the living embodiment of harumph right now.
Have a good evening.
She just sort of, and just goes off. Okay, so that all happened. So while all of that was happening,
Nice.
you hear tapping of the microphone at the podium again, and you see the man that you don't know names yet. You see Orville come up. He is wearing a brown gingham suit. He is wearing like a maroon sort of necktie, clean shaven, black slicked hair, and like sort of like a Harry Houdini, not Harry Houdini, Charlie Chaplin. There we go. Sort of facial hair going on. He's gonna tap the microphone. Alright, well, if everyone's had their refreshments, then if you wouldn't mind, we would love to get this conference started. And he's gonna look to make sure Susan is at her seat. And once everyone mills back to their seats, he's gonna start speaking. Now, the reason why I am here to represent the great state of Columbia, and the reason why we have called this fontaine, he's going to look to Susan and just sort of roll his eyes. The reason why we've called this together is because we believe that, well, we have some things that you would like, Rapturians. And Rapturians, although we don't really agree with your lifestyle, we do agree that you can do technology well, and you have done it very well. The way that you have infused plasmids with incredible works of technology is, albeit, fascinating. Granted, we don't have plasmic technology like Vigors. No, Vigors are something entirely different, which you're more than welcome to discuss with us. We're very interested about plasmids, as you certainly are about Vigors. But we're here to shine a beacon of hope. At this point, he's going to sort of get on his soapbox a little bit. We're here to shine a beacon of hope for Rapturians and show them the way, the prophet's way, to show them that there is more to life than just being tied up with mechanics. And mechanics are important, and he's just going to sort of ramble on. Ben?
As the
Protector, thank you.
Protector's not really been paying that much attention. He's kind of been lost in his own thoughts again, still trying to like work out what's going on and why he's here. But as soon as he hears the mention of the prophet, he like sits up and is paying attention and is now listening. now that the prophet has been mentioned.
What?
While Orville starts rambling about shining lights and beacons of hope, the man who had snapped at Etch earlier, he very clearly rolls his head back. It's like, as far as I know, we're not here to discuss religion. Says this loudly and audibly. I'm here for trade.
Very well. We'll revisit that topic because, well, we are here on civil terms, and no need to have this conference go down in flames if it's the first conference. And he's going to sort of laugh to himself, and he's proud of his joke.
Protector is not proud of his joke.
Protector knows.
Protector is not proud.
Let it be known.
He knows. He knows what he did.
Protector knows what you did.
I here am representing the Fraternal Order of the Raven. We are a part of the founders of Columbia. We here are very closely intertwined with the foundation of Columbia, and we are very intertwined with the prophet and his desires for his country. What we perceive is, and actually, I believe I saw something like this wandering around here earlier, but he's going to point out to the crowd. Somewhere around us, there is a wonderful example of the machinations that Rapture has been able to accomplish. Granted, with our blueprints, but nevertheless. And eventually, he points around to Iota's direction. The little...
I'm just gonna like hide Lucy just out of sight, and I'm just gonna make sure that I'm the only one visible if anyone is looking in my direction.
Oh, no, Lucy, no.
So Lucy dies.
You try to hide Lucy, but she starts climbing up on your arm. She's like, I want to see Mr. Bubbles. Exciting things are happening.
Really not now. This is really inconvenient.
What's though?
If you could please the fuck not.
Let's go back to sleep.
Nope, she's too hyperactive right now. She's climbing up on your arm. She hides behind your helmet, and she's like peeking up on top of your helmet. So all that they can really see is her head, but yeah, she's up there now. She rolled a nat 1 to hide, so.
Oh. Great. Just gonna be like, yep, doing my job at protecting this person. Good.
The Little Sister Project is something that Rapturians are very proud of, and we acknowledge the tenacity that Rapturians have taken to not only create the scientific progression of the Little Sisters, but we also appreciate the Protector program.
At this point, Oswald kind of comes up and he starts whispering in Orville's ear.
Oh, secret chat.
Secret chat.
DM
Secret
chat.
Secret
Yo,
chat.
Secret chat.
Can we get some?
This
Can we
secret
get like
chat
some
brought to you by
thumbs
Joe
up?
Secret
Chat.
So Backblaze.
He's gonna whisper.
Backblaze.
So he's going to whisper in his ear, and with that, you can see this man just sort of. Very well. We appreciate and admire the progress that Rapture has made. We are more than willing to share with you the progress that we've made with our handymen. if you are willing to share the progress that you have made with the Big Daddies. We are willing to share the progress that we have made with our Vigor technology. If you are willing to share with us the technology of plasmids and tonics. Moreover, we are willing to share with you our progression with melee weaponry. If you are willing to share with us Rapturian firearm technology. Most importantly, we want to show the ways of structure and government to the Rapturians. But that's all in due time. That is all I have to say on behalf of the great and glorious prophet and his family and the Lamb of the Prophet. Thank you. He's going to take a step back and sit down. Some light applause is heard throughout the room.
Is... Yeah.
Uncomfy silence.
just after it all finishes, Iota just goes,
We lost a Birdie
Still
again?
left.
Oh no, Birdie's still here. Who did we lose at that?
Birdie's still here.
We lost Andrew.
Andrew Ryan.
I'm back. I'm alive. Don't worry, I wasn't.
There is only one DM now.
We lost God too.
There can only be one.
I also love that on the stream when that happened, Britt just shifted over to be in space of both DMs.
Look at me, look at me. I am the captain.
I am the captain now.
I am the captain now. Okay.
So there's a very awkward thing. Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say Susan stands up. And she has like a small glass of wine. She takes a quick sip, sets it down. Following Orville's joyous statements, we from Rapture are also looking to open trade. While the Big Daddy project and Little Sister projects, we are very tentative to share on, as they are some of our proudest achievements. We do believe with the proper price, we would be willing to trade, not plans, but full projects, completed projects, for the proper price, of course. Plasmids are also on the table, as you stated with your vigors. We are open to plasmids being traded. It's very interesting seeing what you've done with these vigors. We're open to more than just melee weaponry, however. If you look to the back, you will see that Sir Michael Belmont, and she kind of points to one of the people on the back, and you see that there's this man with like a brown handlebar mustache. He's got this brown bowler hat. He's polishing a gun, and he sets it down. And he had just set it down. He had reached into his pocket, and he was in the process of pulling out another one, but he froze at his name. Just yes, he wasn't paying attention. Sir Michael Belfont, he is one of our weapons manufacturers. He has brought many of his products for those to talk about and discuss and possibly trade for. Past that, well, she kind of looks to Orville. We don't have a profit, as us Rapturians know, but we do believe that there may be some benefit to a little more open-mindedness on one side of our discussion, and perhaps we can come to some agreement about how structure truly is. That is all I have to say. I am open to conversation at this time as well. You may find me over here, and she motions to the other side of Orville. Open to conversation, and you're welcome to discuss among yourselves.
So, he's gonna leave. Everyone make a quick perception check for me.
Oof, it's an 18.
That's a 9.
That's a 1 minus 1, so that's a 0.
I rolled a note.
Natural 20.
I was gonna say as well, natural 20 plus 4. 2 nat 20s.
Yeah.
Let's go.
It's a solid
24.
7.
7. Excellent.
Was 7
No.
the highest roll?
No.
Yeah, we got 2 nat 20s.
We got 2 nat
okay.
20s.
Ignore me.
So everyone, I can't type. Okay, there we go. Everybody. So you. Sorry, I'm stalling because secret chat. Okay, you know what? No, I got this. Yeah. So anyone who got a 15 and above, who got 15 and above? Excellent. So you three, after Susan finishes her speech and sits back down, everyone is just sort of sitting there waiting for the next speaker. And as you three look around, you do notice 2 people in the center of your section, like in the center here. 2 of them have been sort of whispering to one another. Just sort of leaning over, whispering as this has all been going on. They're not causing much of a distraction or a disruption, but you do notice that. So that's something that's happening.
Do you notice anything
With the nat
about
20?
Yeah, with the nat 20, would I pick up on anything particularly hostile about the conversation? Obviously, I can't hear it, but
So with
not
with
exactly reading lips, but kind of almost like thinking social cues and like seeing what they're looking at and who they're looking at, and just trying to get a general vibe from the conversation they seem to be having.
A vibe check this guy, please.
I do have divine sense, which I've worked out is basically just a vibe check.
Divine vibe check.
So
you take this.
With your natural 20, you feel from the way that their body language is, it seems like they're very tense. But they also appear very comfortable with each other. The thing that throws you off is that their clothing compared to those that you've seen, one of them appears more Rapturian in dress and the other appears Columbian.
Interesting.
Is anybody like moving around at this point, or just the or is everyone sitting down?
Everyone, it's sort of uncomfy.
Yeah.
It's like people are waiting for like people don't really know what to say at this point.
Right.
It's like they're waiting for a speaker. So people aren't milling around quite yet. But yeah, I would say like if it stays like this for like another minute, then yeah, people will start to mill about.
Okay, I'll wait for that minute.
Cool.
Protector's just going to take note of the conversation that seems to be going on between these 2, and they seem quite familiar. And I think with his natural kind of ability to pick up on certain things like that, as would be needed in his role as the protector, he's going to kind of take note of that and not exactly mark them as hostile, but mark them as people of interest that he should keep an eye on, just in case things go wrong.
Sure. So. Sorry, go ahead.
I don't know if you want to roleplay this, but Elias is going to puff his chest up and immediately make a beeline for Mr. Belfont.
Yeah, you make a beeline for this guy who's, at the moment, polishing a gun. Now that Susan has... Now that Susan...
It's not a metaphor.
Now that Susan has stopped calling him out, he's back to his guns. You make a beeline for him. He seems to be very distracted in his guns. Like, he's just focused. Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
I'm sorry. Can I help you?
Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Belfont. My name is Elias Munfrey. Munfrey's Munitions. Up in Columbia. He's over his hand.
Have you? Are you new?
Am I new?
New to the weapons business.
No. You see Elias feeling a little indignant.
I see. Well, then my apologies, I've not heard of you.
Well, up until right now, I hadn't heard of you either.
Etch, where are you?
I'm right behind him, but I am still muted.
Right. Sorry, continue.
I'm gonna holster my gun, grab Etch's arm and spin him around and take the massive rifle off his back and just start.
It's a very impressive piece of handiwork.
Thank you, yes, built it myself. One of my older models, of course. The more interesting stuff I keep tucked away and I tap my bag.
Oh, truly?
Yes.
I suppose... This is a small bag, right?
It's like a carpet bag. It's like yay big.
Okay. I see. Well, are you selling? I'd be interested in purchasing. I too am selling, as you can see.
Yes, looks very interesting. And does it have any special functions?
Particular model, no. I didn't want to bring out everything, as you know. I want to bring that which some may be interested in, hint at the better ones, so that I can open up more business in the future. Don't want to sell my entire stock here.
Of course, I can understand that. I'm currently experimenting with combining vigors, or I suppose in your world, plasmids, with weapons. Hasn't been done yet. Sort of a pioneer up in Columbia.
Fascinating. So is it that the vigors or plasmids are inside the gun or the ammunition?
I'm experimenting with a couple of different things. At the moment, I've managed to make a gun which has different configurations.
Really?
Yes, I've also put a little bit of a dumb AI inside of it, so that I can even have it deployable.
Are you saying that you have created essentially a gun with a Big Daddy inside of it?
At this, Etch is going to hold up his hand, and he's going to just start very lightly letting off bolts from his Shocking Grasp and Ray of Frost cantrips from his hands, but like enough to where they're not going to like shoot out everywhere, just to show that there are like vigors in his body.
He's gonna say, Etch, you can talk if you want.
I am what is known as Elias's crowning victory. He has called me this once. It made me feel good.
Don't get too excited, Etch. Yes, Etch. Etch here was my first experimentation into combining vigors with mechanical hosts. But as you can see, he's humanoid in nature. Seems to have made taking the functions of it a little easier.
And he gives Etch an up and down look. Fully operational, no problems with machinery at all.
Well, there's a few hiccups.
Oh. Such as what?
On occasion, the vigors will spill into each other a little bit and cause unexpected effects.
Such as the first 2 times I burnt down Elias's workshop.
We don't... Etch, let's just bring your candid filter a little further down, shall we?
You say that. You do hear a voice. What voice do I want to do for this? You do hear a voice from behind you. That is why you give such robotics no access to pyrotechnics, yes? You look behind you, and you see a woman, Dr. Peterson, who was referenced to earlier, with her half glasses, blue dress, lab coat, blonde hair pulled in a bun. And behind her, you see a man who is basically like... He's dressed in a navy suit, black tie. He's buff. Like, he's essentially a small version of Kingpin. Like, stocky shoulders. He is a square body. And he's just sort of trailing behind Dr. Peterson.
Ah, Dr. Peterson.
And Dr. Peterson.
Yes, I was recommended to come and speak to you by Miss Cole. I was about to make my way around to you.
Well, I see that you have made it to our artillerist, one of our brightest minds in Rapture.
Yes, I thought we might compare notes. I'm a munitions expert myself.
Are you using alchemy, chemicals with your ammunition? Is that what I am hearing?
Well, of course I use alchemy, I use gunpowder, but yes, I'm currently experimenting with the use of vigors.
Oh. How exactly does...
On the verge of a breakthrough.
Exactly does that work? If you... forgive me for not understanding, but... Plasmids, you see, they come from Adam.
Yes.
Yeah, they come from... a sort of genetic... You can tell, by the way, this is not her first language at all. She's trying to piece things together.
I have an out of character question.
Yeah, go for it.
In Bioshock the game, vigors and plasmids come from the same thing. They both use Adam. Are we not having that for this?
We are, but it's a little bit different.
Okay.
A little bit. Just a hair. Okay. Just a hair of a difference.
You see, plasmids, they come from Adam, and I'm assuming yours do as well. But, well, you see, our Adam, our plasmids, they don't exactly mesh well with mechanics. Now, granted, if you have something of artificial intelligence or something like a Big Daddy of some sort, then you can have a plasmid affected that way, but to have it just in artillery, I've never seen anything like that.
Well, I'm currently in the process of experimenting. I've stumbled onto a little bit of a breakthrough in that scenario, but it's a secret I'd rather keep a little close until I've worked it out fully. Unless you have something to share with me.
Well, I'll be completely frank. My pursuits are more based on the progression of nature and the progression of the human form.
She's going to gesture to, I definitely did not forget his name, Michael. She's going to gesture to Michael.
Michael is probably the man that you will want to speak to about artillery and ammunition. But should you ever have any wonders about,
she's going to gesture to Edge,
how to further advance the intelligence or the life form of what you have created here, which is magnificent. But if you have any interest about that, I should be very well inclined to share information with you about that. But ammunition, Mr. Belfont is perfectly capable.
Well, if you wish to have a little peer into Etch's brain, we might have to go up to my workshop for that if you fancy a little trip to Columbia.
Oh, well.
So,
depending. Yeah.
While this conversation is happening, Eternus, a strange, a thin-looking man, bordering on boy, comes up to you, and he says, I saw a bit what happened with those two. He looks around, frankly, pompous pricks earlier. Are you all right?
Eternus will look down from kind of his like scanning of the room side to side, and I am fine. They did not touch me. I don't know what happened. She just passed out. We stood here. Isn't that right? We stood here, and she just passed out.
Yes. Yes.
Alexander looks over and sees Iota, and like something clicks in him. And he says, maybe, and he starts motioning to Iota for Iota to come over as well.
I look at him, I grab Lucy, and I slowly make my way over. I don't like being gestured to.
I am so sorry. Things are... I apologize for the disrespect you have been feeling, and that's been targeting you this day. I assume it's not something that is well thought of.
No.
I have very little stomach for being treated as a servant.
I can imagine. No one should be treated as a servant. It's disrespectful, and it's, well, frankly, it's dehumanizing, but I don't have a better term for it at the moment. I don't think the common language has a term for that, for all inclusive species.
You see this little pipe up from behind the helmet.
Brett, I didn't hear what you said.
It's mean!
Exactly. He sees, as he sees the little girl, he kind of startled. Oh, I'm sorry, I did not see you. Mr. Bubbles. Pleasure to meet you, Mr. Bubbles.
Call me Iota. Only she calls me Mr. Bubbles.
Yes, of course. Iota. I don't know. He looks around. I'm gonna have him do a perception check. Okay, great. So he looks around and he tries being a little quieter. He says, "Listen, I do know a place. I am part of a place that is hoping to make things easier for everyone. And so, should that interest you at all, there's a place in Columbia that is not with Columbia, if you catch my drift."
Are you with the Iron Fist?
No, not the Iron Fist.
Is that what the lady held out?
I'm sorry, the lady?
That was too out of character. I was Eternus had turned to Iota when that was said.
I am unaware as to what you are referring to. What is this group in Columbia? Who do you serve?
We He looks around, very anxious. We are called the Vox Machina. We're hoping to make things more equal for all.
And how is it you plan to achieve this?
Hopefully peacefully.
You say hopefully.
He turns. He was not expecting there to be a third one, a third body. Yes.
What is this?
To be quiet and secretive, you're not doing a very good job.
Just know that I told you this. You can Columbia. Find us. And he turns and walks very briskly away. Just fuck.
Does not seem to have a very calm composure.
Did any of you catch his name?
No.
He called himself.
Name.
What was that?
Lady Comstock, you cut out there.
Yeah, we heard.
Name. Why is my
That's her
sound being
name.
stupid? What's your name?
Tony. Okay, sorry. You said.
No, it's actually Mr. Jenkins Leroy. Thank you very much.
I'm resisting making that joke myself. Oh.
He turns and this time he turns and he's a little more confident in his voice. You may call me Alexander Ferguson, if it so pleases you. Good day. He turns and walks away.
Immediately, Lucy's gonna turn to you, Iota.
Can we steal his?
Oh my god.
I turn to Lucian and I say,
There will be no stealing as of right now.
Apologies, big fellow, but what does she mean by stealing?
I turn to Board, and I just say,
Nothing we need to be concerned about. Or at least you.
Good. Let's keep it that way.
Yeah.
Does anyone looking shifty? Is there anyone who looks shifty in this room right about now?
I'm still examining the two. who
Other
were
than the
talking
dude who
before.
just looked super shifty while he went.
Other than the
Dude,
guy who
what's
called us over and was like, "Hey, y'all want to do shifty stuff in the corner?" Other than him.
What's up? My name's Strider.
You're a shifty boy.
You're a shifty boy. So real quick, I'll come back to you. Protector, you're
Alright.
just looking at the two who were just having a conversation.
I mean, yeah, no, I'm looking at them, and I'm also like looking around the room. I'm seeing these guys talking, but like not knowing what they're doing, and still again, kind of in the state of being unsure what to do, because he's kind of winging everything right now, and that's not his strong suit. Like he doesn't quite know why he's here. He doesn't quite know what has happened to get him here. Like he's heard all this stuff from Elias about, belonging to him and stuff. And he's like, that's not right. I'm a protector of the Comstock family. Like what is going on? And being like told all this stuff. He's so confused by everything that's going on. But he's doing his best to kind of like stay composed and kind of go with what he knows, which is watching people, getting the kind of vibes from them, making sure that he like knows that no one's plotting anything or like looking shifty, because that's kind of all he knows right now.
So as you're looking around, make a perception check for me, just real quick.
15 plus 4, 19.
Yep. So you're looking around, and out of the corner of your eye, you see a man, dark skin, bald head, wearing black robes, and a rope belt. You recognize him to be from New Eden in Columbia. New Eden is essentially the very religious part of Columbia. Like, it's where all of the fanatics of the prophet, all of the religious folk, sort of
my
hang
people.
it. Yes, your people. And he comes up to you, and his face is just agape. Older man, by the way. Clean-shaven, wrinkled face. He's just agape. He comes up to you with full due respect, sir. I've never seen anything like you before. I've only heard of... You're the Alpha series, aren't you?
Yes. I am protector. My job is, and he kind of he thinks about it for a moment, and he's like, do I say was? No, is. I not believing what this human man was telling me. I'm gonna stick with it until I know for sure. So, I am. My job is to protect Lady Comstock. I'm here on her behalf.
You're
Three strikes,
the
where?
protector, aren't you?
Yes. That is I. You know of me. I'm afraid I have suffered a memory malfunction, shall we say, most of recent. I'm not aware of current situations, but I believe I am here on her behalf.
I'm afraid to share this with you, but and he's on his rope belt. There is a gold pendant, almost like a pocket watch. And he pulls that up, and on the pocket watch, he flips it open, and inside of it is a portrait, the portrait of Annabelle Comstock. Like the portrait of that you see in all over the home.
Yeah.
You see that black and white, and it's that familiar face that, and as soon as you see that, you get this feeling of just instinct of yes, her. Oh
Yes.
my god, friend.
Yes.
Familiar face.
He's gonna see that, and he's gonna. So he would know that this person's from New Eden, right?
Yes.
Says, yes, that is Lady Comstock. You are from New Eden, are you not? I recognized you.
I am one of the many zealots who have the privilege to work for and with the Prophet. We protect the Lamb, as you are aware.
Protect the Lamb. Yes, correct.
If you're the protector, where have you been for the past 3 years? If you don't mind my asking.
He's gonna cock his head a little bit. My memory has malfunctioned for 3 years. How is that possible? What happened?
Well, the Comstock home was attacked.
Yes,
Sir.
I remember.
Yes, and I'm really not at entire liberty to say, but the rumors are that it was the Vox Machina that attacked.
Tiger's gonna give. He's not exactly staring at him because obviously his face is somewhat robotic, but like he just like stares as he hears that name. Would he know that name? He would know that name previously, right?
Yes.
Yes, I suspected as much. I was with her, and there was an explosion, and then I woke up here, surrounded by people I did not know. You say it has been 3 years.
It has been 3 years since the attack on the Comstock home, and since the lady had been assassinated. And he's gonna lean in close. Please understand, from what I understand, Alpha Series, you are sworn to protect that one individual, and if you don't, then you malfunction. But please, when I saw that you were here, I thought that you might be of some help. He's going to take.
He's half hearing this, and the other part of him is kind of like looking around, like, no, that can't be right. How that can't be possible. There's no way. But part of him is kind of putting the pieces together, and he's starting to like kind of spiral a little bit.
The Prophet, his hands are shaking with this pocket watch. The Prophet did have a shrine built for the lady. It's at the Welcome Center, or not at the Welcome Center, but her shrine is at the Welcome Center. We don't know where she is. She was buried to be displayed for those who needed the inspiration of Our Lady, but she's disappeared.
It's been
not entirely.
She has not been seen in 3 years.
We've been told that she was assassinated, and we believe our Prophet, and we believe all that he has to say, for he is a divine seer and revelator of God above. And he's wringing his hands with this pocket watch. But,
Potato nods.
From what I understand, her grave has been empty for a few months. We are unable to find the body, but maybe you might be able to find her. We have reason to believe that this conference, and he's starting to get a little bit worked up. We have reason to believe that this conference is not the first interaction that sea dwellers have had with the glorious nation of Columbia. I wouldn't put it past them to have taken Our Lady. That is a very, very broad accusation, I understand, but
Yes.
This is our lady we speak of. We must.
It is highly possible, but this is a lot to process. I was with her when she was kind of goes silent for a moment. It's like, thank you for this information. This will be very helpful. May the prophet bless you.
Please. Yes. He's going to close the pocket watch. He's going to untie it from his rope belt. He's going to hand it to you.
I take it. And I take the quest item. Yeah, no, he holds out a hand and kind of lets it be placed in his hand, and then he takes it and says, "Thank you."
May the prophet bless you. May the founders guide you, and may the Vox Machina, temperers of technology and artificial intelligence and protectors as yourself, be warded from you. And as he finishes that sentence, everyone make a perception check.
19.
Why do I even try anymore? 4 minus 1, 3. Why do I try?
6.
Okay.
21.
6 from me.
10.
18.
Hang
These
on a
perception
second.
checks, man. It's the only thing I'm good at.
Oh, we love RP. Okay, so,
Yes.
with those rolls, it's slow. With all of those, oh, actually, you know what? Andrew, Ryan, you take this.
What is everyone's passive perception?
9.
14.
13.
Not 21.
12.
Passive
13.
perception is 14.
Wait, no, 10.
14?
Sorry.
10?
Yeah.
Alright. Everyone whose passive perception is 12 or higher, you begin to notice a strange smell. Everything suddenly smells like sulfur.
Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck.
Shortly after, it smells like sulfur. The classical music begins to fade out. You see that many people are starting to look around. They've also smelled it. I need everyone to make a dexterity saving throw.
Ah, shoot.
Uh-oh.
Ah, shoot.
Uh-oh. Stinky.
19.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, 24.
No, 19.
What do we think the odds are of this dude inviting us to his organization and then not warning us he was about to blow up this building?
So,
60.
I'm now officially retiring the metal dice to the dice jail because that's 4.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
Dexterity saving throw, you say?
Yes.
That's my second nat 20 of the session.
Could
Oh my
bite
god.
me.
Could those of us who smelled the sulfur
+0.
have advantage?
No.
Done.
Okay.
Where's the shot?
You were just like, why does it smell like rotten eggs?
So, hold on. So, Board, what did you get?
16.
16. Elias?
19.
19. Etch?
I think it was 4 is what I got. Yes.
4. Eternus?
10.
10. Iota?
24.
24. And lastly, Protector. You got a nat 20.
That's why.
Can we play
Wait,
the
wait,
Etch
wait,
was
wait.
shielding me with his body?
Could I help Lucy? Could I?
Yeah, she'll roll with advantage for that because that was not good. That's not. Well, actually, no. I forgot her class. Hang on a minute.
She has a
Hang
class?
on.
She has a class?
She do.
Yeah.
I bet you she's higher level than all of us. I
Oh,
guarantee it.
I love how Buddy and I in
Level
unison
20.
were just like, she has
Yeah,
a class?
She's casually like a
Character
level
levels?
20 sorcerer.
Alright, so, there's a massive, so, one of the tables, as soon as the classical music ends, the rightmost table explodes. Everyone, so, Etch and Eternus, you both take 10 points of fire damage.
Oh,
I'm
Etch is
unconscious.
unconscious.
I would have been unconscious as well.
Everyone else takes 5. And then when we come back from break, we will be rolling initiative.
Oh, nuts.
Oh.
I'm unconscious in the first combat. Yeah.
Hey, me too. High five.
Oh,
What's
great.
up, guys?
And
Yeah.
let's go to
We're
break.
both unconscious.
And we're back.
Yes, we're back.
Wonderful.
Hello.
Thanks for that
Welcome.
message from our sponsors, GameCube.
Sponsored by
Sponsored by Game.
Melee on stream. Can we do that?
I mean,
Oh, this is awkward.
Another sponsor, car keys.
Oof.
And our
Nice.
fourth sponsor, Wizards of the Coast, but only for Magic the Gathering.
everyone F's in chat for that horrible joke about car keys. F's in chat. I command thee.
F.
Just
Fair.
everywhere.
F. Yay.
Can I give myself an F? Is that allowed?
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah,
you can do that. That's fine.
Self F.
Go F yourself.
Remember,
You are
kids,
allowed.
self-F twice a day.
Go F yourself.
Love yourself
Alright.
twice a day.
So, welcome back. We're about to do some combat. For those in the audience who are going to be keeping up with our show weekly, please keep up with our show weekly because we love this
do.
show already. And
Follow.
it's please follow, please subscribe, or whatever the kiddos do. I don't know. I'm just here to play
Whatever the
D&D.
kids do these days.
Whatever you kids do. But the way that we'll be handling this is one person will be handling combat. I'll be the other DM will be popping in from time to time. But yeah, am I pointing the right way? No, I am not. And Ryan over here will be handling combat. So yeah,
Exciting.
this will be fun. Sorry, I get nervous when I talk when I get nervous. So I'm just gonna sit here and let combat happen. So let's.
So,
I
let's
get
fight.
talk when I nervous.
So,
Ah.
when before break, a conversation had been occurring, discussions about trade between Columbia and Rapture, when they were suddenly interrupted by a large explosion. This explosion has unfortunately knocked down one of our lovely Warforged friends. Two of them are down?
Yeah, I'm down as well.
We're level 1.
I'm kind of sad I didn't roll low on that because I could have then used the excuse that Protector was basically just being like, "Oh no, it's happening again."
Those that are still up, do any of you have a passive perception that's higher than 15?
Oh, 14.
No, 14.
No? Okay.
Nope.
So, with that, including those that are down, I need everyone to roll initiative.
Cool.
Okay.
Ooh,
17.
that's good.
Oh,
17
nat
is
one.
off.
Nat
Hold on.
one.
Hold on. So, I'll do it the same way Matt Mercer does it. So, anyone 20 to 25?
20.
20.
Mm.
So, dead number 1 got 20.
Yep.
Actually, get to fail his death saves before the rest of us
Yup.
have turns.
My dice hate me. That's what this means.
All right. 15 to 20.
17.
Yes, 19.
19 for Protector. And you said 16 etch? Or
17
no,
Elias,
Elias.
sorry. Yep. Okay. So,
This show
Sorry?
needs to be stabbed. What? Beg your pardon?
Because it's a mimic.
Yes, Eternus.
Oh, right, yes.
15.
15. Okay.
Probably
And then
straight
10,
up forgot.
10 to 15? No? No 10 to 15s? Okay.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
5 to 10?
6.
Oh dear, oh dear.
Okay.
Oh no.
And then 1 to 5?
Nat 1, baby.
Okay.
TP.
And I'm assuming Lucy will act on Iota's turn as well.
Yes.
So, this explosion knocks. Actually, everyone make a quick dex check. except for the ones that are unconscious. You're already down.
It's a 7.
7.
Oh, dexterity?
Yeah, dex save.
A dex save? 23.
Great, that's a 4.
All right, everyone who rolls lower than a 10, you are knocked off of your feet and you are knocked to the ground. You are now prone. Etch, you were the first one. Go ahead and make a death save.
Oh no! Wait, are we actually down?
4!
No! Oh my god! Oh no! Wait, what?
Well, we're one step closer to seeing what that button does.
Yeah, you
ready?
better
Hey, are you
pick up
ready?
and die, or there'll be a lot bigger of a boom. Ooh.
Wait, Etch, what did you roll?
4.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh, no.
So Etch, you are thrown down to the ground, and you sprawl out. You are next to Elias at this point. At this moment. So you are thrown to the ground. Protector, you are up. Well, you're down, but you're up.
I'm prone. Okay, so, the man from New Eden, I never caught his name. Did he give me his name? I don't think he did.
Don't believe so.
He did.
No.
He did.
He did, and it was
It was Henry.
Henry. I don't believe he did tell me that, but thank you anyway.
He did not. But you know what? I'll retcon it for you, just for you. Actually, no. We will not retcon that. You do not know his name. I have something prepared for that. Never mind.
Okay, I don't know his name. Okay, so this guy, this NPC, this lovely man who I've just met. Do I see him? Is he around? Is he near me?
Do you want to spend your turn making a perception check?
No, I'm just genuinely just like quickly looking around as I'm getting up to see if he is around me.
As you look around, you do a quick scan. You do see him. He is still on his feet. His suit is a little singed. And he has his hand on his head. He's up. He's alive. He's injured.
I am going to instinctively stand in front of him, shield raised, and say, "Stay behind me." And he's going to look around the room to look for any attackers. Protectively, he pulls out his sword and is kind of standing at the ready, looking around to see if he can spot any.
The man, as you rush up and say this, he kind of looks up and is just rubbing his head. Anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, no, I'm like looking around the room to see if there are any, where this explosion has come from, if there are any immediate attackers.
So you see that the table that's farthest from you, the other table in the room, it is the midsection is completely splintered. That seems to have been the center of the explosion. But it doesn't look like anyone is an immediate attacker. Actually, go ahead and make a perception check.
So many perception checks. I'm good at these. No, I'm not. Maybe I am, because it's +4. 13.
So, you look around. You're holding your shield up, sword at the ready, looking around, trying to see anyone that could be an attacker. The only thing that you notice is that the dormant bots appear to be sparking.
Okay.
Nothing else seems to be an immediate threat.
Is that going to count as an action, or can I hold action?
That would count as your action.
Okay. Yeah, no, he's gonna... Yeah, I guess he's gonna just stand protectively, trying to protect this person, whose name I do not know. His name's totally not Henry. It's fine. It's fine. It's all good. Yeah, no, that's all he's really going to be able to do at the moment is kind of just wait and see what is happening and kind of survey the room and just see how everyone else is reacting to the situation.
With that, a few of the Rapturians, they start to stand up, and they do not look happy. Specifically, you see Susan stand up, and she says under her breath, "Fucking knew it was too good to be true." And she pulls out a gun, and she points it at one of the Colombians. It's like, I knew this was a trap. She's going to fire her gun at one of the Colombians.
No!
So the shot rings out, and it hits. You don't see. Yes.
One.
No one can see at this moment because all the other Colombians are still on the ground.
Oh no.
Okay, never mind. Continue.
But what I would see.
They are on the ground. So you hear the shot ring out, but you do not hear that. You don't know which one. After that, you see.
So I don't, even though I can see her, I don't see who she's shot.
You don't see who she shot because they are down behind the other table. Your vision's obscured.
Okay.
Then you see the big bulky man, the kingpin-like man. He rushes over to Dr. Peterson, who is sprawled out on the ground, and he's picking her up, kind of cradling her, trying to see if she's alive. But you can see that he begins to come over and grab his gun. However, he's spending his action trying to see if his priority is still alive. With that, you see,
This music.
Iota.
Mm-hmm.
You were the one that spoke to the woman with the little pin, weren't you?
Yes.
You see this woman say, oh no, and her hands begin to spark, and flame ignites from her hands, and she kind of screams and throws her hand out, not seemingly in any particular direction. Yeah, so she kind of just throws her hand out, not looking, and a bolt of fire from her hand. Protector, you notice that as she does so, there is a syringe that is stuck in her left arm.
There's a syringe stuck in her left arm.
Yes. With that, Elias, it is your turn.
First of all, he's going to stand up from his prone position, and he's going to just look around and see if there's can he see the aggressors? Besides Cole.
You do see that Susan just shot. You see that you now have this person that's flinging fire. But other than that, without making a specific perception check, you don't see anyone else that appears immediately aggressive.
Would that require my action?
Yes.
Okay. The person with fire, do they look like Rapturian or Colombian?
They look Rapturian.
Okay. He's gonna just train his gun on Susan. He's not gonna shoot. He's just gonna say, "This wasn't the Colombians. Doesn't look like it was you, so lay down your arms." And if he's gonna hold action, and if she shoots anyone, he's gonna take a shot.
With you saying that, I will let you make a persuasion check to go along with that as a free action.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh yeah, I'm good at the old persuasion. That's a
Persuady.
That's a 19 total. 14 plus 5.
14. Okay. You say that as she fires, she did already fire a single bullet.
Yeah.
But she looks to you and says, "Not the Colombians." Or, sorry, not the Colombians. She just looks to you confused, but you can tell that she's hesitant about taking another action.
Okay. Yeah, if she shoots
Eternus.
anyone.
Yeah. Eternus.
That's a 6 on my death save.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Guys, it's supposed to be the intro.
PK.
Okay, so
Wait,
Eternus.
what just happened? I missed that.
Eternus is also down. So Eternus, you're down on the ground. Your circuitry is sparking, and you're trying to claw your way back to consciousness. Yes, other GM. Yes, head GM.
Can you make a quick wisdom saving throw for me, Lucas?
Oh dear.
Just real quick.
Wisdom, I believe. Yes, beautiful. 17.
17. As you fall unconscious, you can feel your body convulsing, and for a brief moment, you do see in your vision, in your mind's eye, you are flying through the skies of Columbia.
Good corpse.
And you're just... I'm sorry?
He's a corpse flying through the sky.
He's a corpse
Yes.
flying through the sky.
Protector
We
looks
all
over.
wanna be corpses
Yes,
flying
I
through
get
the
that
sky.
reference.
I forgot about that. Dang it. So
Not that
you
bad.
are flying through the skies of Columbia, and you just feel like you're floating, but it's only for a brief second that you feel that and you see that, and you just feel so powerful, and then everything goes black. So that's a memory you have now. Yes. Continue.
After Eternus, some of the Colombians now begin to stand up. You see Oswald stand up. And he's like rubbing the side of his face. You can see that he's got a pretty bad burn on his cheek. Orville stands up from behind the table. Protector, as he stands up, judging. You're trained to protect, so you.
Yes.
Based on the aim that Susan had, she was more than likely aiming at Orville. And so Orville stands up and he says, he says, "It was us! It was us!" And he pulls his gun and points it at Susan.
Oh.
And that hits. So,
Did she miss before?
She missed. A bullet. So a bullet comes from Orville's gun, going right into the abdomen of Susan. She grabs her abdomen and doubles over. She doesn't fall down, but she is hurt. Then the boy from before. He pulls out a small pistol, very small one, like no bigger than the palm of his hand. And he holds it, he's looking around, and he sees Eternus on the ground. He's like, "Oh no, and he rushes over to Eternus, and Eternus, you stabilize.
Whoa.
He rushes over to you, and he pulls out a few small tools, small enough to be concealed, and he starts trying to weld together parts of your burns, and you hear him saying as you're not quite conscious, but you do hear in the back of your head, I've got you, you'll be okay. And then another woman stands up. Protector. This is one of the ones that was having the shady conversation. She
Which one?
stands up. This is the one that's dressed from Columbia.
Okay.
She stands up. She pulls out a gun, and she's holding it protectively, but she's not firing anything. Bored.
Crap. Okay. Immediately, Bort's gonna stand up. Is there anybody besides the two people, like two leaders, whatever, who are having the standoff? Anybody pulling out weaponry at all?
So you saw that there was a Colombian woman who pulled out a gun. You saw that the young boy pulled out a gun too, the one that you had a conversation with. Let's see. And then the man who had been polishing his guns and speaking with Elias earlier. He also has pulled out weaponry. He's ready.
Okay.
He's gone to like cowboy pose, like pointing at any who move, but he's not firing.
Okay.
At the moment, that appears to be the only ones.
Alright, but was able to recognize that this person who was making the shady conversation, the Colombian woman, I think I was one of the other people who noticed.
Yes.
How far is she from me? Can I get to her?
Yes, you could. She's about 15 feet from you.
Alright, cool. Yeah, so half my movement, get up, use the other 15 feet to walk over, pull out my pistol and be like, drop it. You're not going anywhere.
She, as soon as you approach her and get close to her, she uses her held action to fire at you.
Okay.
14.
Yeah, hits.
14 hits. Okay.
Oh dear.
That is 3 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
So,
Still up.
she points her gun at you, as you say this, and says, "Huh, that's what you think," and fires, and a bullet just right into your shoulder.
Cool.
Anything
am
else
I
you'd
able
like
to cast magic? Am I able to cast magic?
Yeah, I'd say so. Or unless
Okay.
main GM has any problems with that.
That's
Go
how I
for
play.
it.
Okay. Cool. And I still got an action?
So you do,
Yeah.
because you've moved,
Cool.
and all you've done is a free action, so yeah.
Alright, immediately as she shoots me, I'm gonna reeling back, I'm gonna push my arms forward and I'm gonna cast sleep on her.
Ooh.
Okay. So go ahead and
Nice.
roll your dice. Yeah, do the dice rolling.
Yep.
Play some D&D. Why not?
11, 13. So that's 20.
All right. So she fires her gun, and you lean back. What does your magic look like as you cast it?
God, what would it look like? It's like a kind of like sparks that turn into like almost like fireworky kind of things as it comes out my arm.
All right.
Like-
so.
If you could imagine, yeah.
So you reel your hand back, and these sparks start to go up your arm, and they turn into little fireworks. And these fireworks, they don't make a very clear path, but they do make a path towards her. And then there's a few sparks that appear right next to her head, just at the same time. And she just, like, her smirk just fades as she just collapses asleep.
Okay. And I don't think I have enough movement to like really come down or like.
I mean, you can you finish your movement and get up to her, so you can crouch,
Yeah.
but that's about it.
Okay, cool. I'll just kind of like turn my back, and like stop anybody else from coming to her. Like, just not like holding any actions, just like back to her. Nobody else is approaching.
All right. Iota.
All right, how far away is Orville?
Orville is he's all the way on the other side of the room,
So like more than 30 feet?
just barely.
So if he's 35 feet, I can punch him.
You could.
Is that what you're saying? Okay, well I've got
Um,
2 knuckle sandwiches ready to go for Orville, if that's okay.
Fantastic.
Somebody order a knuckle sandwich.
I will tell you that in between you and Orville, there are 2 tables. One is still intact. One is broken.
Pop him.
In
Difficult
that ca-
terrain.
Okay. How close is the woman who was letting off fire bolts?
She would be about at the end of the table, so I would say 15, 20 feet.
Okay. I'm going to tell Lucy.
We can harvest the fat man's Adam.
Ooh.
And I'm gonna
Lucy.
make my way to the woman who was shooting off fire bolts with the pin.
Okay.
And I'm going to stay there, so for the next turn, I'll be able to reach Orville.
So so this woman, she's like in the process of covering her face in fire, and she does not. She's a little distracted to say the least. She doesn't know that you're there. Lucy.
Great. So Orville's not down right now, yes?
Orville is standing up, his gun pointed at Susan.
Cool. Okay, so Lucy, she's still like hanging on top of you, Iota.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna say,
Okay, just take care of him. He looks really scary and mean, and I can't harvest him right now.
She is going to take her bonus action to hide. Because, cunning action. We love that.
She's level 3 and we're level 1.
She
Oh
is
my
high
God.
level. I called it.
Jesus Christ.
She's gonna carry us.
Thank you, Lucy.
She won't level up with you guys, though, but we'll get there. We'll get there. But she is going to, no, she'll just stay there. She'll hide for now. She's gotta wait until bodies hit the floor. But yes.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Alright.
Oh, jeez, that was something. Where did that come from, Aaron?
That was...
Christ.
That was just my warlock patron speaking through me. I mean, I was having a stroke. What?
Huh? What?
Right, so top of the round.
No.
Like a death
No?
It's not top of the round. There are a few other people on the ground
Right.
still. And they begin stirring and getting up from the explosion. They're rubbing their heads. You see that there are a few that are not moving. Some people are pulling out splinters from like their now ruined suits. You see that the very two arrogant individuals that had come and tried looking at Eternus and Etch earlier, they are both unconscious on the ground. So they're starting to stir, but it doesn't look like any of them are getting ready to attack. At the top of the round, Etch, make another death save, and please don't roll on that one.
Oh, why'd you put that juju in the universe? Why you say that, Ray?
I'm an evil DM.
Destroyer of,
I'm sorry.
Okay,
breaker of spirits.
it wasn't a 1, it was a 2. But it's...
Oh no! X! This is my first session!
I am forbidding you from dying.
Get up!
If I could get up, I could get him up, but I can't get up.
Eternus, you'll be able to this turn.
I'm stable, not conscious.
True.
Have you ever said anything nice to Protector ever in the 10 minutes we've known each other?
No, I held a gun on him.
Okay. Because I have healing, but he wouldn't heal you.
No, he would not.
Oh, shit!
I love that reaction as well.
Guys,
Have
it's
you ever
news
said
for you.
anything
I
nice to
failed
held a gun
metagames.
on you?
If I fail this next roll, though, it's bad news for all of you. Fair warning.
TPK session 1.
So, you see now, the 4 dormant bots that had been sparking. Their eyes,
Oh shoot.
Nope. Don't like
and
that.
they stand up,
Oh shoot.
and they turn, almost in unison, they start turning their heads. Conflict detected, and in unison, they all unsheath their right arm and a blade appears. There's a 5th one, though, that's a little off to the side. And this one also, but this one, rather than its eyes being opening up and being yellow, these ones widen and they are red. This one doesn't say anything. This one just looks around the room.
He looks friendly.
I
love those polar opposite reactions. Bad vibe, and he looks friendly.
But this one almost let's see. Actually, Protector, yeah, you notice that the way that this one with the red eyes is scanning the room, it is targeting. With that, Protector, it is your turn.
Huh. Okay. I don't know what you would do. I mean,
Bop the bad guys.
yeah,
Go bop.
yeah. He's gonna bop the bad boys.
Yeah. Take Bop Stick. Take Bopstick.
Oh, this is
Okay.
TikTok. I can have weapons.
So
This isn't TikTok. Yay.
just watch this get taken down now. Oh, no.
TikTok.
Right. I'm trying to think. Who would he do the smack on? Who would he be smacking?
Smack a boy.
Who would he smack?
Red Eye Man.
Yeah, I would. Would I get looking at it? Would I get the vibe that it is going to be hostile to everything?
Oh yeah.
Looking, yeah.
It should be noted as well that as I am a big daddy and have entered combat, my eyes that usually are a placid green are also a very hostile red.
Yay.
Not good.
Yeah.
Okay, so with that, then I'm gonna say to this guy whose name I don't know, I'm gonna say, stay in cover and stay hidden until the fighting stops.
He just nods.
And yeah, how far away is the big boy with the red eyes?
Two of them.
No, there's only one with the red eyes.
I also have
Well,
red eyes.
That's true.
Yes.
Yeah. The one that just woke up is 25 feet.
25 feet. Okay. I'm going to make my way over, shield raised as I'm running. And I'm gonna stick it with a pointy end.
Stick it with the pointy end. Go ahead.
Alright. Or will I? Or will I completely miss? Who knows? Find out next time on... Oh, never mind. I will hit. That is... Well, I hope so, unless its AC is super high, which would be very worrying. 16 plus 3, 19. Is that hit? Maybe? I hope.
So you are barreling towards this thing, and then you take your sword and you kind of like step to the side, shield out, and slash as hard as you can. Roll damage.
Mhm. Yeah. Alright. Okay. D8, please. Oh. That's 3 whole damage. 2 plus 1.
with your
Dusty
Oh.
3.
Okay. So you
Yeah,
slash,
just
but
caught
you
its neck.
as you start slashing, you are just a hair too far away. So you definitely hit, but it's hardly a dent on its exterior. Is there anything else you'd like to do on your turn?
Let me check my bonus action and see if there is nothing I can do. Nope, that's all. That's all she wrote.
All right.
So
So
that's all I can do.
Susan stands up, clutching her abdomen. She looks to Elias and says, "I don't know what you're running. I don't know what any of you are running. But I don't trust any of you." And she points her gun at you, Elias. I will let you use your hold action now.
That's going to be a 20 unnatural,
That will hit.
and that's going to be a whopping 11 damage.
So she turns her gun on you, and just as she's about to pull the trigger, your rifle this is your rifle, correct?
Yep.
You bullet right into the throat, and she's flung to the side, spins, and falls to the ground.
You not alived her.
You know I had to do it to him.
This is how we do it in Columbia, bitch.
The large kingpin.
Jesus Christ.
The large kingpin-like man picks up Dr. Peterson and puts her on his shoulder, and he is one-handing this. He's also one-handing this rifle. This time, though, he's simply aiming it at people. He's backing away, making his way towards the way that all of the Columbians came from. He is correct. Columbians? No, Rapturians. He's making his way back to the way that the Rapturians came from. Let's see. And then Alexander. He has just finished welding shut Eternus's wounds. Eternus, you are stable.
Am I conscious or am I just not on death saves anymore?
Bernisla, would you say conscious or no?
Sorry, being called that threw me for a freaking loop. Sorry.
You're welcome.
Could you repeat the question?
Would you, since Alexander has healed him and stabilized him, would you say that Eternus is only stable or conscious?
The way that I play it is when a party member is stabilized, they return to consciousness if they make a Constitution saving throw.
Alright, so yeah, Eternus, go ahead and make your con save now.
13.
Okay. I would say yes. So you feel like the heat welding your battle starburst scars from the fire, and then after a few clicks that you hear in your head, your vision just comes back to you, light flooding in, and you see the young boy finishing up with his tools. He sees your eyes light up and he says, "Oh, thank God, thank the prophet. No, don't thank the prophet. You're good. And he looks over and
Oh no!
He just
What did he do?
What did he do? Where did he go?
No, next time on the Lighthouse.
Oh, there he is.
He's
back.
coming back. What?
He looks over.
He looks over and what?
Blink.
What did he do?
seconds.
I am the only DM now. I am here.
okay, sorry. Let it be known that Discord is a bitch. So,
Sorry.
But we love her.
so Alexander, after making sure that Eternus is stable, looks over. He sees Etch on the ground. He's like, "Oh damn it!" And he's very careful not to catch Orville's attention as he makes his way towards Etch. Yeah, he's able to sneak by. He does make it to Etch, and he starts working his way to try to heal Etch.
Oh, good luck with that one.
Good, because that's what I was going to do.
Yeah, so Etch, he does start healing you. You won't need to make a death save next turn, but he didn't roll high enough to completely stabilize you.
Good to know. Good to know.
So yeah, he's in the process of helping you. Let's see.
Not go boom yet. I like it.
Then the woman that cast fire, she starts reeling from her initial reaction, only to be met face to face with this large, hulking figure right in front of her. And she grabs her head and screams. I'm going to need you, Iota, to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
No, that's not any scream. That's a special scream.
Oh, that's not a letter. That's
Do
a
the
precious
owie.
scream.
Oh no, I dropped the dice. But it's
Oh, no.
good.
Reroll.
It's a-
Reroll.
It's
Reroll.
a reroll, but it's good though. But I like it.
Reroll.
Reroll.
The prophet says reroll.
This is less. 14.
Okay, so you see as she starts to grab her head, you simply take your feet, stomp them into the ground, and you just solidify your stance as this pulse just from her. The entire room is filled with this booming sound. Almost everyone feels like their ears are ringing right now. Yes, Lucy. Almost everyone's ears are ringing right now. You take 2 points of thunder damage as it. I do need you to make a quick perception check, though.
Okay.
Count as an action or anything.
Yeah, no, this does not count as an action.
10.
Your back feels lighter.
Okay. Oh.
Ooh.
Okay. I am nervous.
Elias.
Seeing this idiot man working on my robot and doing a hack job of it, I'm going to take out either my Tinker's tools or my Smith's tools, whichever is the useful part of this, and I'm going to try and also bring him back up.
All right.
If I'm allowed to do that.
Dad?
Elias hadn't fully noticed that Etch had gone down, and then on that 2 that he just rolled, like some ferrofluid just went out onto my foot, and I'm like, oh, Etch, okay.
Bernisla, would you say that he needs to make a tinker check or a medicine check?
This is a big difference for me. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, make a tinker's check.
Ooh, that's a good job. That is a 7 plus... It's 14.
Okay. So you rush over and you see this boy who you've never seen before start messing with your robot.
What do you think you're doing?
So you rush over and you rush to the other side of Etch, and you kind of grab his face and push Alexander back and like, this is my bot! And you quickly and very skillfully start up fixing Etch. Etch, you are stable. If you would like, you can make... If you would like. Please make a con save.
Okay. That is another dice going in the dice jail. That is a 5.
So you are still unconscious, but you are not dying.
Cool. Very faintly, like at the back of the throat, you hear a little recording click into place as he's laying there very weakly. And in the small child's voice that we heard earlier, you just hear, I am healthy.
Eternus.
Eternus will survey the scene, see some backing. Wow. Etch lies unconscious, and run over to Etch if they can.
Okay, so you stand up. You're not able to get all the way to Etch, but you can get close. Because it took you half your movement to stand up.
Right, forgot about that. Okay. Okay, well then I guess that's the end of my turn. I was gonna cast Mending. Actually, so there are there's one person backing out of the room.
That person is unconscious.
They're unconscious now.
They are sleeping.
The person that chucked the fire is still up?
Yes, she just screamed at Iota.
Alright, I am going to... Yeah, okay. So Eternus is going to kind of survey the scene, realize that he doesn't have time to get to Etch, and then kind of pull one of the orbs away from his, what you thought was like a necklace, but as it pulls away, you realize there's no like string or anything holding them together. They're just there. Pulls one of the orbs away and then kind of holds it in their hand for a moment, studies it, looks at that person and fires it. And I'm going to Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
With this person that just shot fire out of their hands. Nat 20.
Oh. You know that misses. You missed.
That misses. Okay, well in that case,
it hits.
Why don't I just turn into a dragon?
Hit Andrew Ryan.
Yeah.
All right. Does it actually miss?
No, it doesn't actually miss.
Okay, all right. I was just double checking. That's going to be 11 radiant damage.
So
as this orb kind of slams into her and releases this bolt of radiant energy into her.
What does your magic look like?
So with this, it's like I have this orb right here.
Yep.
And then for this specific spell, as I hold it here, it starts to glow with radiant energy as I fire it away from myself, and then when it hits the target, that radiant energy around it kind of discharges into the person.
So you will see as Eternus starts moving this orb in a strange fashion, and this energy starts coming from it. This goldish blue energy starts appearing, and then as soon as he pushes it forward, this blast of golden energy strikes right into the woman's chest, and her scream is cut short. The effect of the thunder wave still happens, but the scream is cut short. She's still up. She's just as this energy strikes her. With that, is there anything else you would like to do?
That's my turn. I don't have any bonus
Okay.
action.
Now. So,
Oh, no.
Elias, you reminder, you pushed Alexander out of the way, correct?
Well, I was just like, hey, just would you let me work? It wasn't like I.
So, okay. So,
Offensive push.
Yeah, it wasn't like I was trying to shove him away. It was just like, you just let me do this.
So Orville turns and he sees these robots starting to come alive, and his brow furrows, and then one of them comes and swings at him.
Rip.
It misses. But Orville tries shooting. Elias, can you make a?
Nuts.
Yeah, I Dex. Make a Dex check. 13. So, you briefly see the swing, and then you do hear gunfire, and you hear a thud next to you.
Uh-oh.
And you see Alexander. Alexander is on the ground with a bullet in the side of his head, shot from Orville. Doesn't
I
seem like
guess
it
he
was on purpose,
threw
though.
away his shot.
Hey,
Can we
Ed, can you leave?
can
can
we all
you-
stop healing
Yeah,
X
can
now
you stop making
forever?
death saves again, please?
So, yeah, Alexander was shot.
I didn't like Orville anyway.
No.
The other soldiers, the other robots, I'm sorry, began walking to very. It doesn't seem like they're targeting any specific individual. They are looking, seeing the first person they see, coming over and stabbing. That one's a miss.
Not very nice, is it?
That one is a hit to the unconscious Winston, I believe. Yes, Winston. So the unconscious Winston is stabbed. Let's see, and then
Rude.
another miss. Okay, so you see these robots start swinging these blades at seemingly anyone. Bored.
Fuck.
I would like to fuck.
Like,
Um,
would you kindly?
Would you kindly?
would
that
you
would be a
kindly
performance check?
fuck off? Oh god. So these robots are just going around stabbing people.
Yes.
Anyone in, like, no specific, like, targets at all, or just like people?
It doesn't seem like they have any affiliation, nothing like that.
Okay, this is fantastic. I'm going to so the Colombian woman, right? That I made sleep.
Yes.
Do I see her companion that she was talking to?
You can, if you do a brief scan. What's your passive perception?
14.
You do not see them. You look around the room. Just a quick scan. You don't see anyone that looks like them.
Bugger. Okay. I'm gonna pick her up. The lady.
What's your strength?
-1.
Go ahead and make a strength check then, please.
I love that moment of I pick her up and then he just comes in with.
And then you
Oh,
remember.
that's good. That's a 15. That's
We've all
15.
been there.
Yeah. So you pick her up. You struggle a little bit, but you do pick up this unconscious woman.
Okay, so exit. Where's the closest exit?
The closest exit would be You're a little scared about going to, because that large kingpan man that is holding the unconscious doctor is heading towards that, pointing his gun at anyone.
Okay. Fuck. Okay, I'm gonna back myself up into a corner as much as I can. I'm going to look towards Elias and be like, I trust your aim, old boy. And I'll give him some bardic inspiration. Get a d6.
Oh!
Lovely.
I didn't actually know what Board's class was. That's awesome.
Oh, board the bard.
Board the bard.
Board the
Yeah.
bard.
I like it.
All right. That was your
so
bonus action, correct?
I'm going to inspire him.
Thank you.
Yeah. Bardic Inspiration is your bonus action, correct?
Yes, bonus action.
Okay.
And for my action, I'm going to have my pistol out, and if anybody comes within, like a 10-foot range of me, I'm just gonna shoot.
Okay.
If anybody comes at me with that intention to try and attack me or this person, I will shoot.
Okay. Iota.
Knowing Lucy has been knocked off my back, it is time to uppercut everything within 5 feet of me, including this woman, who was supposed to be my ally. She's gonna catch these hands.
Okay.
So I just goes like,
Multi-class barbarian?
it could be. I'm thinking of multi-class, and we'll see. How does a 22 sound to hit?
So, you, as soon as, you feel that your back's lighter, your eyes were already red. They turn deep red, and you take your right fist and just, boom! Roll damage.
How does a 7 sound?
So, you uppercut into this woman, and underneath your large, I can't say meaty, metal fist, you feel multiple cracks as her jaw cracks, and more than likely many of her teeth crack as well from the strike. And
That
she
moment in Mortal Kombat.
she takes a step back, a few steps back, and you see blood coming out of her mouth. She's still standing, but she is very much frazzled.
Well, the good thing I got a bonus
most of us
action,
reached for our mouths
because I'm gonna finish this one off.
Go ahead.
How does a 11?
And 11 just barely hits.
Yes. And that is gonna be an 8 for damage, max damage.
So, so after you punch her in the face, you then grab the back of her head, and you just shake your head, and she collapses as you strike.
Oof.
She's down.
She's nearby.
With that, is there anything else you would like to do? You still have your movement.
Can I just do a quick look around as a movement thing to see if I can spot Lucy anywhere within line of sight?
Yeah. So you you turn and you see that Lucy is on the ground. She's breathing. She seems a little winded, as though her falling from your shoulders knocked the breath out of her.
Okay. I'm gonna move to her, and I'm assuming I can't help her up as an action, or I'll just move to her and.
Bernisla, would you say that picking her up would be a free action?
I would say that because that's technically grappling, I would say that would count as an action.
You could just
Okay,
lower
so
your
I'll
hand
do
and
the
let her
next
climb on.
I'll just move to her, and I'll just crouch nearby her and wait for her to get up, and just
All right.
anyone comes near me, they're catching hands.
Okay. With that, Lucy, it is your turn.
Okay, so because of her definitely not third level rogue, she's gonna look up to you. She's gonna be like, "Thank you, Daddy," and then she's going to climb up your arm using her second story work, and she's going to just prop up on your shoulder, and then she's gonna say, "Do we harvest her,
I don't think she's good anymore.
Mm,
You can respond.
I say, harvest what you can.
Okay, you Mr. Bubbles.
She's gonna skitter down your arm. And then she's gonna make
Anything were to happen to her, I would kill everyone in this room and then myself.
I kill that child someday. I'm gonna do it. She creeps me out.
So
Words can't express how much I hate that child.
I'm glad Alex and Edge have the same mind about this.
she made a wonderful sleight of hand check. So she's gonna take her syringe, and just for anyone who's watching, like, even though she's been very careful this entire time, she just takes this syringe and goes, yeah! And just plunges it into this person, and just delicately extracts blood and atom from this poor woman's corpse. Sorry if this is too cringy, I'm sorry.
No,
Nah, you good. This is fine. We here for this.
And she pulls that out, and then she's gonna look up to you, Iota, and she's gonna go,
She's an angel now, Mr. Bubbles. Thank you.
I'd like to take my reaction to shoot her. Shoot her.
No!
and she's passed her turn. Congratulations, you guys now have some atom. Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I forgot
Alright.
about this.
Protector. The red-eyed robot that you approach. You just swung at it, and then as you, it kind of looks down, looks back up at you, and just tries doing an uppercut with its sword arm. However, you're able to easily just sidestep. You just as it goes by you. I'm assuming a 7 does not hit you. Okay. So it, and then you sidestep, and then with that, it just again, and you just duck out of the way extremely skillfully because I rolled 2 nat 2s in a row. So you just very skillfully dodge these attacks. At the after this, after you dodge those attacks, however, the entire building again, as though there was an explosion deeper down below. The doors to the Colombian side of the conference room burst open, and you all see the blonde, scraggly-haired boy from before. He busts open the door and says, I do believe! He's shouting as loud as he can, but he looks towards your guys' direction. You all are kind of in the same general area, so he kind of motions to you all. He recognizes all of you. You all seem to be the only ones he actually brought in. I do believe that going would be a good idea. If it's all right with you, no one should be dying here. And he looks over as one of these as he sees the robot stab. What was his name? Not Wendleton. Winston. Yeah. So he sees it. And he just starts motioning behind him. Or if just going. Etch. You don't need to make a death save. I will let you make another con save though.
Look at me, motherfucker. Look at me. Look at me. Respect. 4 plus 3 is a 7.
Trucker.
Mother. Holy crap.
Buy some new dice.
I put so many in the dice jail today.
Buy some fresh ones. They're all contaminated.
Elias, as you're working on fixing him, you see for a brief moment like some sparks go through his eyes. You're like, oh good, and then fucking okay.
Well, as long as you're not gonna explode, I don't care. Let's.
Protector, it's your turn.
All right. So a big one in front of me is still looking pretty angry.
Yes.
Pretty not
however,
so friendly.
the floor is beginning to feel unstable from that last explosion.
Okay. I'm just gonna hit him again.
All right, go ahead.
Gotta be done. Gotta hit him. He's causing problems. He's gotta go. Don't know if this will hit. 12 plus 3, so 15. That's maths.
Okay. So you bring your sword down, and you do strike right into his shoulder. Go ahead and roll damage. Ben? Or
Ben?
protect?
Let him. Oh, damage. Right. Sorry.
Yes.
Completely blanked for a second there. My bad.
Lovely.
Ooh, that is a whopping 8.
Cute.
So, your sword into its shoulder. Okay. Anything else you'd like to do?
So the floor is starting to feel unstable.
Yes, and you do notice that the darker man that you had been protecting, he begins running. Which way does he start running? He begins running towards George.
Seeing that it looks like people are getting ready to leave, my priority is protecting and not destroying if I have to, so I'm gonna make the initiative start moving towards them. I am aware I'm gonna take the opportunity attack for that.
Yeah, so you see the darker individual begin running, and then the robot in front of you swings, and you simply take your shield, protect your right arm, and it away as you continue running.
I don't even have to match that against my AC.
Oh no, I rolled a natural 4.
Oh yeah, no, that doesn't matter. Block it, and then I just keep running towards them and kind of start heading in their direction to protect them from anyone.
So, Protector, you start running. As you do, Orville sees you, and then he looks over to Dr. Peterson. And he says, "Blast it!" And he starts running towards Dr. Peterson. The large, bulky man first points at him, and then turns and fires at one of the soldiers. It does hit, and it into the soldier. I am trying to speed things up a little bit. Elias.
Elias, I'm gonna try and shoot out Orville's leg.
Okay, go ahead and roll to hit.
They're inspired.
That is a 17 to hit.
Okay.
Do I need to
that
roll any
definitely
higher
hits.
to get just his leg?
Renisla?
Sorry. What now?
Rolled a
I
17 to hit. He's aiming for the leg. So would you say 17 does hit the leg, or does he need to roll higher to specifically hit the leg? I would
What
say
is
with the
your,
17 hits.
Yeah, what is your dex?
+1.
+1? Yeah, that hits.
Cool.
Yeah. So you strike his leg.
That is a... Oh shit, that's an awful lot. That's a shame because it was an 11. But that's better, that's
Okay.
a 12. +1, that's 13 damage.
Nice.
Okay.
So you strike his leg, and he flies forward, hitting the ground. Anything else you'd like to do, Elias?
That's all I can do.
Okay, you
I'm
can
gonna
move.
say
if you
to
need.
I'm gonna say to Michael, if you want to kill him, I won't stop you. And then how close am I to the murder robots?
The murder robots are across the room.
Okay. I'm just gonna back up to a wall, out of harm's way,
Okay.
as much as I can.
Are you going to drag Etch with you?
No.
Okay.
He's too much dead weight. I have a 9 strength.
So you back up to the wall, and as you do, the ground actually feels like it gives way beneath you a little bit.
Oh dear.
You didn't. You only used about 5-10 feet of movement.
Okay, was I already close to the wall?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
All right. So any other movement, or are you done?
I'm done.
Okay. After that, it is Eternus.
Eternus will see Elias running from Etch and say, "Care you not for the creation you made?" And then turn to Etch and once again take a different orb off from around his neck, hold it in his hands, create this light, but then rather than firing the orb, Eternus will then replace the orb, and with this light around their hands, hold his hands out to Etch, and the light will go and give Etch 2d6 of healing.
Yes! So excited.
That I rolled really poorly on. 4 HP, but you're conscious.
I mean, that's like half of my total HP anyway, so it's fine.
So Eternus pulls off this orb and it starts glowing in this like almost golden shower just out of it.
Don't say
Oh, cow! Crazy!
I'm so sorry. That's not what I meant. Like a
I want to make this clear to you. We're going to get the first ever fan art of Etch, and it's going to be just of Etch getting golden showered. This is your fault. You've done this.
Oh dear.
I can never use that.
Eternus hikes up his robe.
Oh. Wouldn't it be oil anyway? We're robots.
It's a golden cone.
Yeah, it's just motor oil.
I'm sorry, that's not what I meant. It's a golden cone of light. It's fuck. Okay.
Here's a shovel. Keep digging your grave.
Okay, you heal him. Okay, moving on. Eternus, anything else?
Yeah, so that was a bonus action.
Yeah.
So then
Bonus action
I
to
am
piss
going
on
to use my movement to get to Etch, to cross the last of the distance between me and Etch, and then use my action to pick Etch up.
Okay, what's your strength?
Not good. It's a 9. My strength
Okay,
score
go
is
ahead.
9.
Go ahead and roll to pick him up.
Alright, it's okay, I rolled good. 13. Well, it would have been good if I had a positive modifier.
So you're not able to throw him onto your shoulder, but you are able to pick him up. Now,
Okay,
to speed,
that's fine. He's conscious now, so that's all. I just wanted to get him up so he had movement on his turn.
to speed things up so we stop on time. Combat is still going on around all of you. The doors to where George is, to Columbia, are open. However, you could also make it to Rapture, though it is currently currently there is a large man heading towards there, but it looks like he's trying to escape as well.
Okay, running towards the Colombian door.
Okay.
Yeah, Colombian.
Yeah, I just shot
while taking this lady.
All right.
Yeah, assuming I can see Elias, my #1 directive will be to return to Elias.
All right.
I am protecting these two, but I am making my way back and gesturing for them to make their way back towards the Colombian door as well.
Yeah, Elias is going back to Columbia.
Yeah, can I just look at Eternus and be like, can you help me with this lady, please? Somebody. Anybody.
Somebody come get her.
I was about to say
Here, she weighs a fucking ton.
Yeah, because I'm moving half speed, so I don't want to get the fuck out of here.
Real quick, guys, can we all do me a favor? If you have a negative strength modifier, can you raise your hand?
Oh
Cool.
no!
Cool.
Oh no!
Just wanted to check.
So,
Yeah.
Protector, you're also heading towards that way.
Yes.
Um,
There's two of them, right? Remind me. There's the there's a member from New Eden, and then there was someone else as well. I remember.
yeah, there's George, the kid that had brought everyone in.
Yes.
Lucy.
Yeah, I guess we're queuing. Okay. Yeah, Lucy is going to look down to you, Iota, or look up to you, Iota. She's gonna go, "Where are the stupid robots going? We should follow them, so we can harvest them."
fine.
I have an action. I have an action. I have an action.
Oh my god.
No one will ever know.
Gun.
2 in the head, 1 in the heart.
I prop my hand down for Lucy to step onto, and then I put her on my shoulder, and I begin making my way towards the rest of the robots.
So, you all begin booking it. Some of you are a little slower than the others.
Style.
But you do, as the battle's happening, you watch as a lot of, like many of the commoners, some of the people you have been talking to do fall. They are slain by these rogue droids. You bust through, you feel a distant explosion smaller than the other ones, but you all make it into the aerosphere. And with you there is George, the scared boy, and then there is also the darker-skinned individual that Protector had spoken to.
And this one.
And the unconscious one.
Definitely not
The
all
sleeping one. The
Ain't
sleeping
going
one,
nowhere.
not unconscious, sleeping.
Actually, Orville's leg was shot. Yeah. So you all get in. George said, "Let's go!" And as the last one of you gets in, he shuts the door and presses a button, and just you begin to make your way up. And you all look down, and you see that many parts of the lighthouse are on fire. As you entered, you realize that the smell of sulfur does begin to fade, and you smell normal air once again. But you look in a bit of dismay as the darkened night and the dark waters below are illuminated by this burning tower. This what was supposed to be neutral ground. And with that, we are going to end tonight's session.
Whoop whoop!
That was
Nobody died. Hey
That
guys,
was-
just
that was something.
in the honor of what didn't happen, I'm just gonna roll a death save real quick, and that's a 16. I would have succeeded, guys. I would have been fine. Okay, that's an 11. I would have succeeded, and 5. I would have died.
No!
I don't want to keep drawing reference to Rick and Morty with regards to Elias and Etch's relationship, but it is very much a case of like he could build another Etch, but he doesn't want to spend like 2 weeks doing that. So
Yeah, you know, it's spring break,
weeks.
man.
Eternus already does not like you.
I don't blame you. I'm fully expecting everyone to hate me.
All right. Well, since that was the wrap up of our session, just a couple things to go through before we properly end off for the night, right?
Yep.
Like the fact that tomorrow, in our normal Saturday slot where we normally run our homebrew sorting campaign, run by Mr. Birdie the Bard over here, instead of that, we'll be run a one shot by one of our players, Hex, runner of the Nat 20 show. He will be bringing on some guest stars and running a one shot tomorrow, of which Ben will be a part of, and I think that's it from our main cast. And Kenna will be there too.
Kenna will be there.
Kenna will be there too.
Is anyone in this group?
I don't
It is.
think we've announced guests
I'm
for
not
tomorrow
sure.
yet either.
We will
I don't
find
think we've
out.
announced who the guests are.
Okay.
I will check.
But
Ben
yeah,
and
so
Kenna
if you
for
can,
sure.
2:30
I will be
EST.
there. Kenna will be there.
Will be that one shot. This campaign obviously will be continuing next week, Friday at 6:30 EST. And then any other announcements we wanted to go over before we head out?
Yeah, so the one shot tomorrow is in our regular slot where we have our regular campaign, but it will be a one shot, so it will be a canon one shot as well, and it'll be set in the same world as our campaign. So if you've not caught up on those episodes yet, don't feel like you can't watch and you have to go catch up or anything, you can watch this one shot. It will be completely canon, but not to do with the main campaign itself. So
So if
it
you
is a
want
great
some of
way
that
to get
sweet
introduced to
lore
some
and
of the
world
players.
building,
Exactly, yes.
come get it.
But all the episodes are available on YouTube. Episodes 1 to 4, I believe, are all on there. A couple of them are on Twitch, but Twitch has a weird thing where they delete VODs after 2 weeks for some
Episode
reason.
4 is not currently up on YouTube, but it is on Twitch.
But it is on Twitch. But it will be on
Episode
YouTube.
4 will be
soon.
on YouTube real soon. It's uploaded, I just need to do some configuring.
Cool. Make sure you all, if you guys are new, follow up. We will be continuing this next week. Regular campaign, one shot tomorrow.
To answer that question, the
And yeah.
YouTube is the same as our Twitch. It's This Show is a Mimic on YouTube. Just search this.
There's
we'll
also
go
a
on TikTok
link
as
in
well.
our
We have a
Twitch
TikTok
description.
Yep, there is a link.
If
in
you
our
go to
Twitch
our-
description.
Yeah,
Mhm.
there will be a link there.
Beautiful. And I think that's it. I think that's that's
Alright.
it. So yeah,
Big
thank you
thanks
guys
to
for
our
watching.
two wonderful DMs.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Yes.
Killing it.
Thank you.
Loving it.
Oh,
Thank you.
And
Thank
our
you.
battle
Thank
music
you.
today, we pulled from Arcane Anthems
Yes.
at Arcane
Shout out to the boy.
Anthems everywhere. As go support him on Patreon because he's doing his music full time, and we use it quite a bit,
Yep.
as well as Kevin MacLeod and what else, Birdie?
The jazzy music was from Incompetech, Kevin MacLeod.
Yep,
So,
there you go.
He's fantastic. Everyone knows him.
Beautiful.
I think
Alright,
that's
I
it.
think that's.
Thank you for
So
joining
thank
us.
you very much for
Thank you,
watching,
guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
See you either next week or tomorrow, or hopefully both.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Bye.